be a Steelers, consider others before you consider yourself. To protect your brother, even from himself. To give support at your own expense. And when wearing the black and gold suit of armor, make sure nobody desecrates it, disrespects it. Most importantly, we ourselves don't dishonor it. Approval from previous legends who have donned the black and gold. These virtues I learned while playing for the Steelers are what make the legacy of the black and gold timeless. They are passed down in the locker room from the steel curtain to anyone who valiantly wears the black and gold. Creating a brotherhood that is deeper than money, business, and winning. To be a Steelers, consider others before you consider yourself. This is our culture, Steeler culture. Now, here are your hosts, Rob and Dan, the Steel Twins.
Steelers Nation, what is going on? Thank you guys so very much for joining us on a live Friday night edition of the Steeler Culture Podcast, where we break down Pittsburgh Steelers football, as this live stream is sponsored by our friends over at Profit X, and we will get into them in just a little bit. But Steelers Nation, how you guys doing for the Steelers Week 5 bye week? The Steelers are on the bye week, and they are sitting very comfortably and pretty well at 3-1, first place in the AFC North Division, and with quite some momentum at the moment.
Yeah, I will say they are, for now, it's early. It's still very early, so it's still kind of early to judge certain things. But they are sitting pretty well for now. So far, 3-1 top of the AFC North Division. The Ravens are 1-3. The Browns are 1-3. And seeing that the Browns will open up Sunday football for Week 5 of the NFL season versus the Vikings over there in London.
With Dylan Gabriel getting his first career start.
Dylan Gabriel, yes, getting his first career start. They could easily fall to 1-4. And the Ravens, man, they got the Texans who are almost in a similar spot that the Ravens are. So, you know, the Texans, man, on the road are going to want to try to get a win with Lamar officially out. So
that's a huge blow there.
Even through the bye, the Steelers still could be sitting very, very pretty at the top of that
don't
division.
Don't the Bengals have the Lions?
They do.
Yeah. Jake Browning, best of luck to you.
So there is a great chance that even though the Steelers won't be playing this weekend, they won't be playing this Sunday, it's very possible that the Ravens, the Browns, and the Bengals will all still eventually lose. And if I'm a betting man, which obviously I am, as you guys know, I'm predicting that.
So you take that chance.
I'm taking that chance. I take that deal. You take that deal?
I take that deal.
I don't blame you. I like the odds this weekend. Even though the Steelers aren't playing, I like the odds this weekend.
The odds look good.
That they're going to still be sitting very favorable, and then they open after the bye versus the Browns, who could be starting Dylan Gabriel. If that don't work out, maybe we see the silent mouth of Shador Sanders. Right?
I don't anticipate that. I do anticipate Dylan Gabriel for Week 6.
Yeah, me too.
I don't anticipate them just going with Dylan Gabriel and then just saying, like, nah, we're going to go with Shador or go back to Flacco after 1 week.
That's the most Browns thing
It's the
ever,
Browns
though.
thing, typical kind of thing to do. I just don't see it. So I am anticipating Dylan Gabriel come Week 6.
I want to put it past the Browns to do anything at this point. We're already 4 weeks
I
in.
don't know,
They bench
man.
Flacco.
Yeah, listen, the Browns are the Browns
With
at the end of the day.
with Deshaun Watson nowhere to be played this season. Like that's how easy they are just giving up the quarterback situation.
It's quarterback carousel over there, not a good one.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll probably see Dylan Gabriel over there and Heinz Field, and I'm not gonna call it what it's name. I understand it's gonna be that name for a little while. It's still Heinz Field to me.
The towel's right there. It's like still with the sign there, you can still see it.
Yes.
Heinz Field forever. That's what it is. We love our ketchup.
And then on a short week, we then play the Bengals on Thursday night, then have that little mini bye until we get probably our biggest test thus far versus the Green Bay Packers on Sunday night for week 8.
Yes. Yes, it is.
That's going to be a tough test. Thankfully, the Steelers will be getting a little healthier after the bye. They still will be without Ramsey, who's out a couple weeks, Calvin for a couple weeks, like we talked about in the previous upload earlier this week. We don't know when Highsmith could be back. It could be as early as the Browns, could be the Bengals. It might wait till that Sunday night game versus the Packers. But either way, the Steelers will still be getting a little more healthier after the bye. They'll be getting JPJ back, right? So that's gonna be a big add for them. And we've seen what Harmon and Herbig have been able to do and what the defense has accomplished so far the last 2 weeks.
Yes.
So getting JPJ back will definitely help with the blow of losing Ramsey. So yeah, I would say the Steelers, man, considering all the circumstances and how the season started with the first 2 games and what the defense allowed and where we're at right now in terms of the NFL schedule for this upcoming week, I say the Steelers got everything playing in their cards right now.
That they do early on, especially considering after the bye, they got favorable matchups between the Bengals. Well, first the Browns, then the Bengals. And then, of course, toughest challenge yet is week 8 versus the Packers. And from that stretch on, it just gets difficult and more difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, after the bye week, we have 13 straight games to go through.
And that's if we don't make the playoffs. There's a chance we do make the playoffs. Knowing Mike Tomlin, he's going to keep us within that playoff contention. So even then, let's say we do make the playoffs, right? That's 14 straight, because I don't see us getting a first round bye. That's 14 straight games if we make the playoffs. 13 for the rest of the regular season.
Yes.
And you're right, Rob. It does get tougher. We got the Browns, then on a short week, Bengals, at Paycor Stadium. Then we got Green Bay. Then we got the Colts.
And the Colts are looking quite good.
Yeah.
They even took the Rams to the limit.
Yeah, they did. And then they got the Chargers, who the Chargers are looking really good and look like a playoff favorite for sure. Then the Bengals again. Then the Bears at Soldier Field, somewhere the Steelers haven't won since, the 90s, I think?
I think it was actually 95, so it's been almost 30 years.
Then they got the Bills. Then the Ravens for the first time this season. That's going to be at the beginning of December.
So that'll be week 14 for the first meeting.
Then Miami on Monday night. Then the Lions. Then the Browns once again. Then finally finishing off in 2025 versus the Ravens again.
2026.
Yeah, the schedule doesn't get any easier, folks. It doesn't.
No.
The majority of our division games are later. We got the Packers. We got the Bills. We got the Dolphins. We got the Chargers. We got the Lions. We got the Chargers in there. I mean, it doesn't get any easier.
A lot of top talent, a lot of top tier competition there, a lot of top tier coaching to go up against at the same time.
So thankfully, we will be getting healthier, and I hope that the Steelers can stay as healthy as they can when we reach that time period. But right now, we can relax and rest this week knowing the Steelers don't got to play. We can take a break from stressful Steelers football for at least 1 week. 1 week. And it's very early.
Mm-hmm.
It's not convenient, but considering all the injuries, I guess it is convenient for the Steelers.
You're looking from an injury aspect, you couldn't ask for a better time for the Steelers to have a bye week.
It wasn't convenient when they announced it in May. 5 months later, it's pretty convenient for the Steelers.
Sure.
Considering everything.
Yeah.
But, yeah, for at least 1 week, we don't got to worry about nothing. We can Hakuna Matata NFL football, NFL Sunday. So, with that being said, I'm a happy man this week because, first of all, I like that every AFC North team could potentially lose, and that's my prediction that every single one of them will lose. I think the Texans could definitely pull it off versus the Ravens since Lamar's out.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have Cooper Rush playing, and the more they lose, the better the Steelers stand at the AFC North Division.
Big time.
And you see the Steelers' schedule to start off after coming back from the bye. You got to like their odds at still collecting victories.
Yeah. I mean, the Ravens, they're 1-3 right now, which to start the season, if you told me that the Ravens would start 1-3, I think that you were crazy. Because the Ravens got quite the talent. They still got good coaching staff, but they have played very poorly, especially on the defense side of the football.
I'll also mention they didn't get handed a proper schedule.
No. No, they didn't.
Because listen, man, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. Remember last year when we had the Ravens, the Eagles, and what other team was it?
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs, all in a 10-day span.
I remember that. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that very vividly.
Yeah.
And it wasn't good for us. Now, the Ravens didn't get that bad of a schedule. It wasn't all those games so condensed, but they got the Lions, they got the Bills, they got the Ravens all within the first 4 weeks. That's kind of a awful schedule to be handed. Now, that also goes to show you how legitimate the Ravens are when they can't beat those teams so early into the season. What does that tell you about the Ravens?
Well, especially defensively. Like, they can't stop anybody on defense.
So Zach Orr is not a good coordinator right now.
No. I know he's, like, very young and obviously inexperienced as a defensive coordinator, but it's just not clicking for the Ravens. And it doesn't help that they've lost some star guys on the defense side of the football.
Yeah.
They lost Matt Abuke for the season with a neck injury. Raquan Smith got hurt, and I think Kyle Hamilton's also out, too.
Yes.
So, like they lost a lot of star power, but even then, when they had those guys in, they still weren't cutting it.
See, you also notice like all these injuries going around the league, man. Malik Nabers is out for the rest of the year, which hurts my fantasy.
I'm sorry.
Same thing with James Conner, that hurts my fantasy. Aaron Jones is on IR. George Kittle is on IR. The Cardinals just lost their backup running back Trey Benson to IR.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is out? Who else is hurt? Najee, shout out to my boy Najee. Najee Harris is out for the rest of the year.
20 Achilles, man. That's
like all
awful.
these injuries going around, man. Oddly enough, I just got put out there. Most of them are guys I drafted or picked up in fantasy. I have no luck this year. I don't. But you also notice like all these injuries going around the league. I get injuries happen, but it feels so more rapid than usual, right? It feels weird from an NFL entire landscape situation.
Yeah. It's just like a consistent kind of thing every year, which is unfortunate. It's something that you don't want to hear, but all these injuries just pile on and that you're hearing about, especially in the early portion of the season. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, you don't want to hear that. Not at all. Hopefully the Steelers can get as healthy as they can and stay healthy. So that's one thing we're going to need after the bye for sure. Thankfully, the bye's coming at a good time. We'll get some of these guys back. But even still, Ramsey's going to be out. Calvin's going to be out. We don't know when Highsmith's going to get back. And that those are just the three there. We hope that the injuries don't remain as, consistent as they have been. Let's hope it drops off a little bit.
Knock on wood.
Stay healthy. Yes.
And just every year, the Steelers just seem to get hit hard with the injury bug. Just constantly. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe we just need to look at a different strength and conditioning coach or just group to bring in, because every year is just a plethora of injuries.
Yeah.
And I know every team kind of deals with it every year, but the Steelers, they can't catch a break. Even early.
No, we can't. I mean, we couldn't catch a break last year. I mean, every team gets bit with the injury bug. I mean, it's just a normal part of the NFL. I just feel like it's too normal now. Like, I don't know. As a whole, I feel like there's something wrong entirely. Injuries happen, but it's just weird how it's so common, so consistent with every team. It's just like almost everybody on every team is hurt before or during the season.
Yeah,
it's a little strange.
Yeah.
I think that needs to be looked into by the NFL or by their medical team overall, but I guess that's going to be for off-season talk if they even bring it up in the meetings, in the owners' meetings.
Yeah, that's
right?
going to be like what, next March, next April, whenever that next meeting's going to be?
Probably next March, yeah.
Yeah.
Right before the combine or something like that. But, yes, the Steelers are 3-1. They obviously started off with a very good victory versus the Jets. Then they lost pretty badly to the Seahawks, which is our only loss so far. They won very ugly versus the Patriots, 5 turnovers and only 14 points off of them. But they still won versus the Patriots in Foxborough, their first win in Foxborough since 2008. And they won internationally in Ireland. And I would probably say that was the most complete game we've seen from the Steelers so far this season. Obviously, it was with a heartache towards the end. They almost gave it up. They just don't know how to put teams away. But they still came away with a victory. And for 3 quarters of the game, the team played lights out.
Yeah, I mean, like, they dominated that Vikings game, just looking back at it. Outside the fourth quarter and just letting off the gas and letting Carson Wentz and the group of guys he had just nearly come back and take the victory. Outside of that, the Steelers played very well. Like, I was honestly very impressed on how the offense played versus Brian Flores' defense.
Yeah, for sure. Me too.
Coming into that game, I mean, like...
Well, especially with Warren out.
Yeah.
He was a game-time decision.
I was not confident, or I was not convinced that the offense was really going to do anything, especially considering how they performed versus the Patriots. But, like, they knew they had a tough task up in hand, even with Warren getting injured. And they knew that, listen, we got to do something.
I don't know.
Considering it's international and this is for the Roonies, we got to go out there and play some ball.
That's the thing. I don't know if it was the atmosphere or the environment in Ireland, but something woke that team up.
The Dan Rooney spirit, man.
And they got to take it back overseas, back to Pittsburgh, back at Heinz, and then kind of just consume that into the on-field programming that we're going to see versus the Browns for Week 6.
Yeah.
Because I think a game like that is something you can build on. What the offense did, how they were able to function in the ground game with the 12 jumbo, with Darnell seeing a ton of reps, with Spencer Anderson seeing more reps, which was a big opening in every area that he was at, the left side, the right side. It opened the run game for Gainwell. Now imagine when Warren's in there. Imagine when Warren is splitting with a guy like Gainwell.
Exactly.
Run game can really flourish, which is obviously just going to open the passing game, which we're going to need more because Calvin's going to be out a couple weeks. We don't have a legitimate, reliable answer at wide receiver 2 with Calvin out. We didn't really even have one with Calvin there. I like Calvin, but even still, with Calvin healthy, we all still thought we got to add somebody. Now with Calvin out, that need is more pressing. So if they can open the run game even more and just build off what they did versus the Vikings, that's going to open the passing game to allow a guy like DK to just keep carving up defenses very much like he did versus the Vikings.
Yeah, big time. I mean, Calvin Austin missing or projectedly supposed to be missing several weeks due to a shoulder injury. That's a big loss, and that sucks because Calvin, though he may not be the prototypical number 2, he can still fill that role if need be, and he has filled that role quite nicely. Did great versus the Jets. Didn't have that mistake versus the Seahawks with the interception in the end zone, but came up big in the Patriots with that touchdown and was pretty crucial in DK's 80-yard touchdown with that key block toward the end to get Metcalf just in there
for
to
sure.
Get the touchdown.
So, yeah, losing Calvin's going to suck. Chad, I want to ask you y'all a simple question. What do you think is going to be Roman Wilson's role now? Is he going to see an increased number of snaps? Is he going to be the fill-in? I don't want to say the answer because at this point I don't know anymore. Is he going to be the fill-in at wide receiver 2, or are they going to view a guy like Ben Skoranek or a Scotty Miller to fill that spot? Maybe they motion out Jonnu outside and a lot of 12 and 13 personnel. It's an option. You know, he has that versatility, he has that athleticism. He has that receiving upside, absolutely.
Yeah.
So could they view him as another option to play that position if they don't think a guy like Roman can do something?
Or just find a way.
What's Roman doing?
Just find a way to utilize your tight ends just more involved to get, use them to stretch the field. Considering that both tight ends are being paid over $12 million.
Especially a guy like Muth, and he has, 7 catches all year?
65 yards.
What are we doing? Well,
Joe knew he's got, I can't remember how many catches, like 14 catches or something.
71 yards and a tutty.
Basically.
Like, you traded for the guy, get him involved. Get these guys involved. You got Darnell involved a ton last week, which I'm not going to hate because I think Darnell needs more playing time. He needs more targets. I feel like when Darnell's in there, the run game is the most efficient, and that's obvious. But he's such a secret weapon for us.
Big time.
In the red zone or anywhere on the field in short yard situations.
And you see them ideally use him, especially in the red zone. If you recall that 2-point conversion versus the Seahawks, that was Darnell Washington.
Yes, sir.
If you recall, I think it was the Patriots game, A-Rod targeted Darnell for a touchdown, but it was flagged because the guy couldn't cover Darnell.
And it put him at the 1, and then Gainwell pushed it in for a touchdown.
Like Darnell's impact in the red zone is just so important. Not just as a run blocker, in the run game and whatnot. Like, we all know what he can do, but as a target, like that's a guy that defenses are really going to have to keep an eye out for and try to slow down or limit. But the thing is, it's hard to do that considering the guy's 6'7", 275 pounds, supposedly.
He might be close to 300 at this point. The guy is large. But all I know is, like, whenever the Steelers are in the red zone or they're in first and goal or goal line situations, Darnell should never, ever be on the sideline.
No.
Never. The second they're in a first and goal or go-to-go situations, Darnell should be on the field every snap. Every snap. Because you don't know how they're going to use him. They're most likely going to run the ball, and you trust a guy like Darnell to help the guy punch it in for the score. But you never know. They might bounce him out wide. They might bounce him in the slot. They might keep him at tight end, run a play fake, get him on a flat, get him on a drag or something, right? Darnell is so unpredictable in the red zone. Like, he should be anytime they're in the red zone, Darnell should see every single snap.
Yeah. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. The guy's just a mismatch. The guy's a weapon. There's a reason the Steelers selected him with that 3rd-round pick. And keep in mind, they traded back, and Darnell was still there.
The guy's dangerous. And frankly, he could be our starting tight end. We are down with that. We got Jaquan, infamous with it too, says he's huge and got good hands. Yes, he does. Yes, Darnell does. There's a poll in the chat for Ian's. Biggest winner so far for the Steelers through the first 4 weeks. DK, Ron, Nick Herbig, or Darnell Washington. I can only put 4, and those are the top 4 I wanted to put because DK, absolutely. He has 3 touchdowns the last 3 games. Been a big playmaker.
Big time.
Ron has been an upgraded quarterback and is showing he's still got enough in the tank. And with serious help like he had last week versus the Vikings, he can really get things going. Nick Herbig, because he's been an incredible fill-in for Highsmith. And Darnell Washington is probably our most productive tight end in terms of just doing everything.
Yeah.
Literally everything. Darnell only has 2% of the vote. The top of the vote is DK Metcalf with 38%.
Yeah, Metcalf has just been as advertised since we traded for him.
Yes.
I mean, he's done everything that you could ask him for. And a lot of his plays so far has been a lot of his yak ability.
Yes.
Which is something that, like, we knew he had, but, like, he's really showcasing that. I mean, like, when he catches the ball and you give him space, I mean, like, the guy's gone. I mean, a guy of that size, of that speed, of that type of playmaking style and ability that he is showcasing, you can't stop it.
Yes.
It's just dominant. It's exactly what the Steelers envisioned. It's what they traded for, and he's just as advertised. Like you said, 3 touchdowns past 3 games. And he came a bit in some crucial plays versus the Jets as well.
Yeah, he's been a hell of an ad.
He's been that number 1 wide receiver so far.
I'm gonna get into the chat here a little bit, see what you guys are saying. Jaquan, we appreciate you for the 2. Says Austin being out might help offense try more tight end plays. Need Muth involved, says Shay 867. I agree. If we're paying Muth and we're gonna keep him, he definitely needs to get more involved. Muth's got to play up to what his pay is, and he's got to play up to his position for sure. But it's up to coaching to actually get him involved first. I'm not gonna lie, Muth has kind of disappointed me this year with, some drops or being such a, one of those tight ends that you expect to step up but hasn't. But at the same time, coaching's not giving him the ball. They're not scheming him up. He didn't see a lot of reps last week, which is mostly due to the success of the ground game. But if you're not going to keep him, why is he here?
Yeah,
if you're not going to use him, why is he here?
I don't want to put the blame on Muth entirely. I'm still a fan of Muth, and I think he's still a credible, capable guy, like 3rd and Muth and whatnot. He's credible in situations like that.
Sure.
I do find him to be a tad bit inconsistent. I do think Jonnu Smith is a better tight end than Freiermuth, but you can still use Freiermuth to some component, considering that Calvin is expected to miss several weeks. And for some reason, they don't want to give Roman Wilson the opportunity. If there's no better time for Roman Wilson to have an opportunity than right now with Calvin out.
Well, that's what Rob says here in the chat. Literally, his name is Rob. Says, bro, the way they handled Roman Wilson was so ass. Swear jar.
Yes.
I don't get it. 3 snaps last week, which was the lowest of any offensive player versus the Vikings.
Doesn't make sense. I don't understand it. That could have been because of the game plan, and the game plan was working. If it's working, did you just keep riding with it? And I understand that.
But how's he? Okay, let's say that is the case. Roman can block. He did a lot of it in Michigan.
He's very capable of blocking.
So isn't that like the best time to get him some in-game reps and get him up to speed?
Again, there's no better time to get Roman involved and get him snaps and give him the opportunity than with Austin out. If you're not going to do that, which I would have to question why, now's the time to use the tight ends. Now's the time to utilize your 2 $12 million tight ends.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't.
There's no reason to limit them or just have them take short catches, short dunks, tight end screens. That's not how you use these tight ends. They are more capable of making bigger plays, of stretching the field, especially a guy like Jonnu Smith. That 21-yard catch versus the Patriots, that's the kind of stuff we need to see more of, even with Muth as well.
Agreed.
We need to see more of that.
Well, just more of the tight ends, absolutely, because I feel like they're going to be relied on a lot with Calvin out. I mean, if Arthur Smith isn't trying to scheme up passing plays to get his tight ends involved, then he's doing the offense and himself a massive disservice. You got to get the Titans involved. You got 3 capable targets. Let's get them going. TJ Black in the chat. I hear you, man. He says, justice for Kyron. I know it's not Steelers related, has to be said. Talking about, of course, Kyron Lacy.
Yes,
Kyron Lacy.
May he rest in peace. I actually read that before, we went live here. That's crazy, dude.
That's so sad. Kyron Lacy's innocent.
If I'm his family, I'm suing.
Yeah.
I'm suing because they did that man dirty.
And he unfortunately took his own life because of this, and he was innocent.
What his attorney said, he was like 72.6 yards away from the actual incident.
Yeah.
Anywhere near it. Nearly 100 yards away from it.
First of all, how was he even framed?
I don't know.
Like how was he? He didn't cause the accident, so I don't know how he was. I don't get it. I don't understand how. There's video proof he wasn't involved in the incident, so I don't know how he could have been framed for such a thing.
I don't know. It's just corrupt, man.
And then the media framed him to be, something he obviously wasn't because there's proof. There's legitimate video evidence. And unfortunately, he's no longer with us because of what people put him out to be, what the media put him out to be, or the people that charged him put him out to be.
He could have had
too much for him.
He could have had an opportunity in the NFL. He could have had a career.
He would have.
And
he was a projected 2nd-round pick before all this happened.
And he unfortunately never got that chance.
That's a shame.
Because they did that man dirty.
I feel like this is going to go down as one of the biggest and most recent what-ifs of the NFL. What if he got selected? Because he was talented.
He was.
He was a hell of a receiver.
He was coming out of LSU. I mean, we all know how LSU breeds wide receivers. I mean, he could have been another one of those guys.
That's a shame, man.
Could have really made himself something.
Stories like that just break my heart because he didn't deserve that. His family didn't deserve that. And now that, they know that he wasn't involved in the situation and he's not here because they tried to frame him for being in it. It's just, it's tragic.
Like, again, if I'm his family, I'm suing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm suing, man.
That's sad, man.
That's crazy.
Rest in peace to Kyron Lacy. My man is innocent. May he rest in peace. I know there's people that are battling demons out there, but
if you're not down with that, we've got 2
all I can say, man, reach out. Reach out, man. If y'all are dealing with something, reach out, man.
Talk to somebody.
Y'all matter. Every single one.
I can tell you right now, talk to somebody. It's best to get it out of your system. Don't hold it in. That's the worst thing you can do. Talk to somebody you know, or somebody, you just got to talk to. Talk to somebody. Just get it out, man.
Yeah, don't
bottle it up.
I can't relate because I've never had those thoughts and feelings. I know we're going into a completely different territory, but I can't relate, but it's one of those things where don't be afraid to show weakness. I don't think it's weakness, but to them, it might be weakness. Don't be afraid to show that. Like, reach out.
Yeah.
Because that's the difference between that and being here. You know what I mean? And it's much better to be here than what the alternative is.
No, big time, yeah.
Jaquan with a 5 says, I wish Aaron would stop trying to run and take chances of getting hurt. I mean, he has no choice. No one's getting open, and the line can't protect all day.
I will say, Aaron's running a lot faster than I envisioned.
Yeah,
for a 41-year-old, he actually moves pretty fluidly. He moves pretty quick for his age.
He's running. He's running like he's not 41. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, he runs faster than Tom Brady.
I mean, he is, but he's not. If you catch my drift, like you figured he'd be like Landry Jones, slow.
No,
he's not. He's not Landry Jones, bro. If you ever seen this man run the ball, it was like watching a turtle try to go through thick mud.
The man wasn't going to work. The man was not a scrambler whatsoever.
No, but he's faster. He's old, obviously, but he's a little faster.
He can still use his legs, but I hear you, Jaquan. Like, we don't want A-Rod getting hurt.
No, I would. A-Rod, you got to stop that.
I mean, bro, he actually lost that fumble on that first down. Thankfully, Broderick was able to pick it up and run over, funny enough, Javon Hargrave.
And shout out to Broderick, man, stepping up the last couple games.
Yeah, Broderick's actually, the past 2 games, he's played some pretty solid offensive line play.
Yeah, he had a rough first 2 games.
Yeah, it was bad. The first one, absolutely. And the second one, I mean, it wasn't
If you're
great at all.
not down with that, we've got 2 words for you.
Jaquan with a 2 says we need him at the end of the season. I know.
That's important. That's important.
We're definitely going to need him. That's for sure. I mean, we're going to need everybody. We're going to need everybody.
The whole squad, dog.
I mean, we got some certain depth at like edge or linebacker or corner, right? Tight end, running back now with Gainwell, right? Everything else, not really. Defensive line, the depth just isn't there yet. The offensive line, God forbid, I don't want to imagine this line. First of all, this line is still trying to get everything together. The starting lineup, imagine a depth piece in there. I don't want to see that. Receiver, we're going to find out if the depth can step up or not.
Yeah. Guys like Scotty Tuhati, Scotty Miller, Ben Skoranek, of course. Roman, if he's given that chance.
Yeah. But Broderick Jones, his first 2 games, he allowed 4 sacks and 7 pressures. His last 2 games, only 3 pressures and 0 sacks.
Good. That's good.
And an infinite upgrade for sure by Broderick Jones.
And I've looked at the All-22 film. I've looked at his play. It's not overly great, but it's not bad. It's solid offensive line play. You see him progressing. You see him playing better. You see that confidence building a little bit within Broderick, and he's holding his own. He's holding his end of the bargain over at left tackle, and he's protecting A-Rod as best as he can. And A-Rod's got his back. A-Rod's, told the media, like, I trust Broderick. Broderick's my left tackle. I trust him.
Yeah, A-Rod, here's the thing about A-Rod, man, is like, for years now, the media's been painting him to be this bad teammate or this bad guy or this self-entitled egomaniac, right? He's not really showing that, is he? Ever since he signed on the dotted line, has been there every day for the Steelers since officially signing. He's not showing any signs of being such a egomaniac. He's actually showing a lot of leadership.
Yeah.
Even, I'm sure y'all seen it, that video of him and Aaron Jones meeting up on Croke Park Field. Like, a guy like Aaron Jones wouldn't walk up to A-Rod and hug him from behind and embrace if he was such an awful person or an awful teammate.
No, probably not.
Aaron Rodgers, since coming in, has been anything but an awful teammate. He's been a absolute leader. He's someone that has stepped in and been what we needed at the quarterback position, really ever since Ben left, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I got to give A-Rod props for that.
No, big time. And not just Aaron Jones, like them meeting up on the field and whatnot, hugging and whatnot. Look back at training camp, when A-Rod first got here, what he's been doing for Will Howard and what Will Howard has said,
Yes.
Like Will Howard's saying, he's watching A-Rod and Aaron's like, I'll help you however you can, like whatever questions, frequently ask him and whatnot.
Right.
And Will Howard, he's just picking apart, whatever A-Rod gives him. And A-Rod is willingly trying to help out Will Howard. He's praised Will Howard for, the kind of young man that he is and the work ethic that Will Howard brings and whatnot. And we all like Will Howard. We all see the potential within Will Howard, and that's what you want to hear. That's what you want to see and hear coming from A-Rod.
He's actually eligible to return from IR after this week.
He is.
Will he? I don't know. I don't know if they're going to open up his 21-day window. They'll probably do that for Corey Trice. They could do that for Dante Ken as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to do it for any. If they're going to do it for anyone, it's probably going to be Trice. Because I don't think his injury was so severe he had to be put on IR, but they just had to put him on IR to open up a roster spot, right?
Shout out to Jaquan, who just became a member of the STN. Thanks, man.
Thank you, sir. He also asked a question here. He says, do you guys think we get this AFC North locked? Too early to tell. Because
it's only week 5.
We're sitting 3-1, and I do like that the divisional matchups with the Ravens and the Bengals and the Browns could go in the Steelers' favor, and especially for this week, that every single one of those teams could lose while we're on a bye. It's still too early to tell because a lot of those division games are later. And a team like the Ravens, who aren't looking good right now, they could pick up some steam once they get Lamar back. And with the fact that a lot of their divisional games are later, that's going to give them all the opportunity to get those wins back.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say no. I don't think we got locked up. It's too early to tell. But if the Steelers can keep up the momentum they have the last 2 weeks and keep improving on certain flaws in the offense, maybe. But I don't want to overlook anybody because any given Sunday, I wasn't confident at all going to the Vikings game. I thought it was going to be disastrous for us. I didn't think it'd start off good, only for it to be the exact opposite of what I expected. So any given Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, it's what S-Dad says right here. He says, we were 10-3 last year, and then the collapse happened. So don't take any streak for granted, 1 week at a time, and don't overlook the Browns or the Bengals the next 2 weeks.
Absolutely. Yeah, we were 10-3. We lost 5 straight. 4 in the regular season, and of course, that playoff
Yeah,
loss.
like we had sole possession of the AFC North, the division, and then the Ravens literally with that pick 6 that Russ threw.
Yeah, that was
literally gifted the Ravens the division.
Yeah, like weeks in advance. It's like, here's your down payment. Here you go. Go take the rest, right?
Pretty much.
It's crazy, right?
That's pretty much how it went down.
No, I mean, I can't tell you how the rest of the season is going to go because it's still so early. We're only a quarter of the way through.
Already, dude.
Not even. We're not even a third of the way through. We'll be a third of the way through after week 6. So there's still a lot of football left. I don't want them to start getting on a losing streak and then it be the same situation we've seen for years now where we collapse and then we barely get into the playoffs because we got to have so much help from so many other teams. I don't want that to happen. So it's still early. It's still very early to tell. But based off of the trend we've seen, it could go down that way. And having 13 straight games doesn't help because there's literally no break in between. The only break we got in between is that Thursday game with the Bengals up until the Packers Sunday night. That's their only little break. 13 straight games is a long stretch.
Mm-hmm.
Very long stretch. So I don't know how it's going to go.
No,
it's still early to tell.
And right now, excuse me, the Steelers, they're 3-1, sitting at the bye. You know, they're sitting comfortably with the AFC North in first place right now. They have the momentum, but it's tougher to keep the momentum.
It is. It's a lot tougher.
It's a lot tougher to keep the momentum going. That's a challenge that they're going to have to be dealt with an early bye week and with 13 straight games. So the Steelers, man, they have to just stay focused and just take it one game at a time, 1 week at a time.
For sure.
It's not going to be an easy stretch. It's going to be a long stretch. They got the momentum. Can they keep it up? That's for them to go out there and prove it. They got to try to keep a hold of this momentum as long and as much as they can.
Well, I think the momentum is definitely in their favor. They won 2 straight. The divisional games this week while they're off is very favorable for them. And then they got 2 divisional games straight. So I would say that they absolutely have the momentum, and winning these next 2 games after the bye is very crucial because that's going to give them a good divisional record leading into the later stretch. Like, those are already must wins just off of that factor. So I get we still got the bye. We're going to relax and enjoy it. But even after, those next 2 games are very crucial, very important. So the Steelers do have the momentum. They got the hot hand right now. They absolutely have to continue to retain it through each week.
That's the challenge.
But especially through the first 2 after the bye, because those are important divisional games. That's important for the division. That's important for the conference. And then that will give them something to build off of heading into the Sunday night game, wearing the throwbacks versus the Packers.
That's right.
So, they have the momentum. It's all a matter of riding it through. Let's not die it down. Let's not ride it out to the wheels. Let's ride it through.
Yeah, let's ride.
Let's
ride.
Yeah, my shirt says, I don't give a rat's ass.
That's how you point. Yes.
That's what it says.
Yeah.
I like this shirt. I really do like this shirt.
Yeah, Ryan says, I don't give a donkey.
Well, that's the actual term. I don't give a rat's, you know what.
Yes, of course.
Who we drafting this year? I like my man Ty Simpson, but y'all like him. Ty Simpson's solid, man. He really is. For a Bama quarterback, pretty solid.
Yeah, not bad.
Like, he's got true NFL potential. Like a lot of these quarterbacks do. But Ty Simpson's just got that touch to him at the quarterback position. The way that he's just accurate with the football and the way he can read the defense and pinpoint and work with anticipation. It's just one of those things, like, learning that already at his level is impressive.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I mean, I don't know who we're going to draft. There's a bunch of guys out there. But, it's still very early into the college season, too. There's a lot of football left. So that means more time for these guys to continue to rise their stock. We also don't entirely know who's all going to declare. We don't know if
down with that, we've got 2
Jaquan with a 2 says, do you still think we should fire Tomlin? At some point, yes, because at the end of the day, I don't think anything's going to change. I don't think anything's going to change under Tomlin.
I still have that fear in the back of my mind. Like,
No.
yes, the Steelers are sitting fine for now, but I remembered last year and a couple of the other seasons where Tomlin just basically failed the team, where a collapse happened and the Steelers, their season was ruined.
Yeah.
I still have that fear in the back of my mind.
Now, I want to put it this way. I don't want that to happen. I don't. I don't want the team to collapse. I don't wish for that. But that is what I am fearful of. You got to keep that in mind. There's fear and then there's desire. I don't want the fear to be the desire. That's not what I want. What I desire is a team to keep this momentum going and ride hot through the rest of the season, right? You know, get a very good playoff spot, clinch the playoffs, probably without no help, right? But just based on what we've seen, I can't put my trust into that yet, especially with the team being so indifferent, which is a good way to segue into this. The team is a little indifferent, right? Because you look at it, the defense has had 2 really good games and two games that they didn't. The offense has had 2 really good games and 2 other games that they didn't. They're kind of 50-50, right?
Mm-hmm.
The offense had a very good game versus the Jets. 4 passing touchdowns for A-Rod. They put up 30-plus points versus the Jets. Then they didn't really do much in week 2 versus the Hawks. They didn't do anything versus the Patriots. And then last week, they really picked it up, and they were a very complete team. They opened everything. Same thing with the defense. The first 2 weeks, they allowed 30 points each game, back-to-back. 100-yard rushers, back-to-back. The last 2 weeks, they've gotten sacks. They've gotten turnovers. They've minimized the points.
We've got 2 words for you.
So, yeah, this team is very weird. But at the same time, I'm not surprised. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers we're talking about.
Right, exactly.
Jaquan with another 5, man. We appreciate it. Says, if we win the next 2 games, will you take down the sign? No. No. No.
No.
I see everyone saying, why do you have the sign up? Take the sign. No. No.
I don't trust Tomlin. I don't trust his coaching staff overall. They've done a better job within the past 2 weeks. I'll give them their flowers. They've done a better job, especially offensively.
Here,
Last week versus the Vikings.
You want to know when we'll take we will take the sign down when we see a difference towards the end of the season. If we see something different towards the end of the season and get a playoff victory, then we'll take the sign down. Until we see a difference towards the end of months of December and January, you know what I mean?
Again,
There's a pattern here.
Again, there's that fear in the back of my mind toward the tail end, because when December hits, that's when we're really going to see the real Pittsburgh Steelers. That's what's really going. I know that's 2 months down the line, but that's my fear.
And I got to put it out there again. That's not what we want. We don't
that's
want
the
that.
last thing.
We are
I've seen that way too many times. That's the last thing I want to see.
We're tired of seeing that, but that's the ultimate fear, is we're going to go through it all over again. Because nothing changes. Ever. Nothing changes. And until we see change, there's no reason to expect it. He's been with us too long. Too long. We got the same coaching staff as last year. Just saying.
Yeah.
We're in a good spot for now, but that's for now. It's early. I'm glad we're in the spot. I'd much rather be in this spot than what the Browns are right now. Don't get me wrong.
Of course.
It's just a matter of the team staying in that spot and riding through the momentum and keep building off of these victories, right? The defense staying strong, the offense still opening things up. Someone stepping up in the wide receiver room, getting Warren going, right?
We've got 2 words.
That's what this bye week's all about.
No,
It's getting healthy and building through that.
Yeah, just build upon, the good stuff that's happening and carry that onto the rest of the way, the rest of the season.
Ryan Conley with a 2 says, put rats droppings on Tomlin's ice cream cone. That's a new one.
Okay.
Put rat droppings on Tomlin's. That is, first of all, do not ruin a perfectly nice ice cream cone with that. I don't even care if it's pistachio. Don't do that. That is ice cream. Don't do that. What's your favorite ice cream, folks? Mine's cookies and cream. Chocolate chip cookie dough is another good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm also just a plain vanilla guy.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I know that might be generic, but a plain vanilla, maybe with some hot fudge or some sprinkles on top. That sounds pretty good. Remember the old days of Dairy Queen?
Yeah.
When we were young?
It tastes different. Like, it still has that signature taste, but it's just, I don't know, something's new. Something's wrong with it.
Yeah.
Just not as signature. Something's weird with it. DQ is still good. Well,
I haven't had Dairy Queen in I don't even know how long. But like just one of their signature, vanilla ice cream cones or whatnot. I haven't had those since probably
I used to get the swirl
Oh yeah, of course.
with the Oreo. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man. Good stuff. Good stuff. See, that's what the Steelers gotta do, man. They can't be vanilla. You gotta add some variety. You gotta, be a little more open to all kinds of things, especially on the offensive side of the football.
Yeah.
No more being plain and vanilla and just, not getting your tight ends involved. Throw some cookie crumbles in there. Throw some nuts over to Darnell, right? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just
Sprinkle in Roman Wilson. Why the hell not?
Yeah, just exactly. You gotta open things up all along, right? The defense, man, we're gonna get into it here. The defense had a rocky start. It really did. We're like, oh no, here we go, man. Like, the defense is for the most part healthy, outside of Harmon, and then we lost JPJ, then we lost Elliott in week 1, and Highsmith got hurt again. But the defense was allowing all these points and all this yards. And I'm thinking,
and third, fourth down defense was horrible.
It was. And I'm thinking,
not good.
I'm thinking, how many times are we going to go through with this? Like, we saw us through the playoffs, and the point of the offseason was to prevent that. And we went through it again. But the last 2 weeks, got to give them credit. Now, are they still allowing some big plays and some blown coverage? Yes. And that's where they got to get cleaned up. If they can minimize that, then this defense is going to be really good.
Yeah.
We know what this defense is capable of. It's the highest paid. There's too much talent. There's too much good depth. The defense is too talented. There's too many good pieces on the defense to be so bad. So at some point, I figured they were going to figure it out. And so far, they have. They've finally been able to find a way to get to the quarterback. They're coming away with the blitzes. They're definitely getting the turnovers, right? The presence of Derek Harmon is been magnificent the last 2 weeks.
It's seen, dude.
Nick Herbig has been tremendous, right? Absolutely tremendous. TJ Watt's finally getting things going, right? Peyton Wilson, Patrick Queen had rough starts this season. They have cleaned up a lot the last 2 weeks.
No, big time. They're finally properly using Patrick Queen in a blitzing role, which is his ideal usage. It's what Baltimore used him in.
Same thing with Elliott last week.
Yeah.
I have been ever since we got Elliott, I've been begging, bro, safety blitz Elliott. He is so perfect.
Because you remember last year when they would blitz Minka, when it was Minka and Elliott, but Elliott was back there?
Swap the role, bro.
I don't know why they didn't blitz Elliott and have Minka play deep safety.
Yeah, swap the roles, bro.
But now, with Elliott, obviously, as the number one safety and the best safety we have, I mean, you're blitzing Elliott, and he made that impact very, very felt versus the Vikings.
Yes.
But Patrick Queen, using him right with the blitzes, and you see he's come down, he's getting the pressure. He came up with a sack versus the Vikings. Peyton Wilson, very rough start. I still love his potential. I still love his hustle. I mean, that play on Jordan Addison. The play never should have happened. I don't know what the hell that was. That was really bad blown coverage. But Peyton Wilson's effort and his hustle to get up there, I mean, he was the closest defender. And he was able to save a touchdown and save about 61 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, that's a lot of time. It's a lot of time that was wasted off the clock because of his hustle, because of what he does.
And that's huge props there to Peyton Wilson. That's some Pittsburgh Steelers hustle right there.
Yes, it is.
That man did not give up on that play. Anybody else could just looked at it like, oh my God, he's gone. No. Peyton Wilson, with his speed and his hustle and his work ethic, ran down there and was able to prevent Addison from scoring. Yeah. I can appreciate that.
Absolutely, man.
And Wilson himself had a good performance versus the Vikings as well.
Yeah, if you notice Peyton Wilson, man, he came down the line like a lightning beam. Like, he timed the snap. He went down through the gap with some speed and intensity. Like, he struck the hell out of those gaps.
Yeah.
That's the intensity we needed from him, man, is he's got to stop overestimating and read the offense a little bit and then make his move. And that's what he's done. That's what he did last week. And Peyton Wilson, I think he himself, is much like this defense. Too talented, has too many tools to not be good. Eventually, we're going to figure it out, and so far, that's where we're getting.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see the defense is actually living up to, first of all, the pay rate that they're getting and all the name value and the reputation that they're typically stood for. So props on defense the last 2 weeks. Offense, bro, it's just the offense is going is exactly how I expected. Let's put it that way. Some games they've kind of blown me away. Like, wow, this is more than I expected. But overall, it's kind of how I thought it was going to go. The O-line's still very poor. The running game is inconsistent. And we only got DK to do anything in the passing attack. Calvin's good, but he's hurt. We're not getting the tight ends involved, which isn't a surprise to me because Arthur Smith is just – he's something else. He's all about running the ball and getting his tight ends involved, but when it comes to a passing game, that's where he struggles. The offense is going exactly like I figured, but there have been times where they've opened things up more than I thought they would, and I don't know if that's the guidance, the leadership, the ad of Aaron Rodgers, but I think he's definitely been an improvement. And you saw what we did last week. It just allowed him to do pretty much a lot of things.
Yeah.
It didn't rely on A-Rod and his arm. We were able to actually give him some help. The line did good. The running game got going without Warren. Shout out to Gainwell, right? The blocking was really well. We got to the second level. We were able to get Gainwell some gaps. Those are the things we got to keep working on.
Yeah.
Keep improving. And when we get Warren back, I think it's only going to get better. Because those are the adjustments the offense had to make. They couldn't get a run game going to save their life. They were the second worst rushing offense behind the Bengals. A lot of Warren's yardage is after contact.
Yes.
I think I read earlier 92% of his yards are after contact.
I think he's got 132 rushing yards on the season. 121 of those are from after contact.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. That's a wild stat, isn't it?
Wow.
Like Warren, he can make those plays, but he shouldn't have to make those plays all the time.
Yeah.
Give Warren some help. Give him some blocks. Give him some space. The O-line did good. The game plan was good for Gainwell. I was actually very impressed by Gainwell running the rock. He had some good chunk runs in that game, plus 2 rushing touchdowns. Props to Gainwell for stepping up. You had Jalen Warren in there, and you run that same game plan, just change it up a bit, but it's still at the same success rate as it was versus the Vikings with Warren, then I can like what we're doing as far as rushing the football.
Yeah. Let's see what we got going in the chat. Only if Connor Hayward goes first. What are you insinuating? If only Connor Hayward goes first, what does that mean?
You mean by trade?
Would you rather trade Muth or Highsmith? Muth. It's not even a question. He's the most expendable player on the roster. We have 2 better tight ends.
Who could use a tight end out there?
I don't know, but go find somebody.
What team could use a tight end out there?
It's nothing against Muth overall. It's just
It's business.
that's exactly what it is. We're giving him all this money. The Steelers aren't getting him involved. It seems like they have no desire to get him going. He's seeing less snaps than most. Darnell Washington is actually out snapping Fryermuth. He has more snaps than Fryermuth does all season so far.
Wow.
You might as well trade the guy.
So it's like, why is he here?
You might as well trade the guy.
Get something out of it.
You might as well trade the guy and just play Jonu all the time. What's wrong with that? Sure, you can get some value out of Muth. I'm all for trading Highsmith too, but I would do that during the offseason. If you want, add that to a trade package to trade up for a quarterback.
It's a possibility.
I think Herbig is too good and has too much potential and is too young to limit to just a backup role, to a swapping role. Nick Herbig is a starter on this team. He won't be as long as Highsmith is here, and they won't trade Highsmith yet, but I think they should definitely trade him during the offseason. Keep him for now because everything they've done is to make a push, right? Believe it or not, that's your feeling. But everything they've done is to build this roster to go at it with A-Rod and company. Keep him for now. But in the offseason, I would absolutely entertain calls for trading Highsmith. And same thing for Muth. I think Herbig is too good to limit to just a backup role. I'm not saying Highsmith's bad. It's just Herbig's cheaper. He's younger. He's more explosive.
When Highsmith comes back, I'm not opposed to Herbig potentially out-snapping Highsmith in certain games.
In certain games, yeah. At this point, I think they ought to just split reps, like almost like a 60-40, 55-45, 50-50 sort of situation, right?
Yeah, it shouldn't be a case where, say, for example, Highsmith has like, I don't know, let's say 47 snaps or whatnot, right? Shout out to Mel Blunt. 47 snaps, but Herbig has like 12. We should not be seeing that. Herbig should not have 12 snaps when Highsmith comes back.
Herbig should see a minimum of 20 snaps a game.
Herbig should be on that defense, on that field a lot more often, even when Highsmith comes back. Use them both frequently, and use them both right. In the right circumstances, in the right situations, where both their styles can be showcased and they can make the plays that they need to do. Because Highsmith's a great player. Herbig's a dog. He's a stud. Both guys are studs. But both players should not be limited. When Highsmith comes back, you play him, but you also use Herbig the same amount as you would Highsmith.
And that's in rotations, and that's obviously in the 3 edge packages that they desperately want to use, and they can't because they can't stay healthy at the same time.
Yeah.
When that happens, defense can absolutely wreak havoc with all those guys on the field at the same time. That's a dangerous trio waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Like a triangle method. It's just, which way you're going to go, which way you're going to look, which way you're going to protect.
Down with that, we've got 2 words for you.
Jaquan with a 2 says, if it's not broken, don't fix it. I agree.
Of course.
If it's not broken, don't fix it. And what Herbig is doing isn't broke. So,
Far from it, man.
you guys are the best. I was skeptical this season, but could these misfit toys we acquired in the offseason lead us to number 7? Says Rob Thinoff. I hope so. I really hope so.
I can only hope, dude. I can. It's just,
That's the goal every year,
it's
right?
It's just the coaching. Is this coaching capable of leading us to number 7?
I have my doubts. I always have my doubts with them. But
I think the player personnel is very capable. I think the talent is for sure there. It's just up to the coaching to use them properly, getting them in the right circumstances, and just having the right game plan every single game day to lead you to victory.
coaching matters, and that's just not in regards to the Steelers. That's just NFL in general. Coaching. Look at Baker Mayfield, bro. Look at Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold. They were both with the Panthers, and they're both multi-millionaire starting quarterbacks for the Bucs with Baker and the Seahawks with Darnold. Even look at Mac Jones.
Just last
with
night.
the 49ers, bro.
Just last night alone.
He's won how many games for him now? 3? 2, 3 games?
The 49ers are 4-1 with plethora of injuries, pretty much all over the team again.
Kendrick Bourne had almost 150 yards last night.
Mac Jones had, over 350 passing yards and 2 touchdowns?
Yeah. Mac Jones got his ass beat. Like, he was tired.
Now, listen, mad respect to Mac Jones. Like, he went through it versus the Rams.
He did.
He went through it, and he still got out there and he pushed through. He put his body on the line for that team.
What Mac Jones went through is something Ben went through for 15 straight years. Mac Jones he was exhausted. He wanted the game to end. He just wanted to go home. That's how awful he looked, right? And I'm not saying it in performance, in just body language. He just looked so physically broken. But he put out a good performance. And a lot of that goes with coaching. Coaching absolutely matters.
He didn't have George Kittle. He didn't have Brandon Ayuk. He didn't have Jawan Jennings. He didn't have Ricky Pearsall. He had Kendrick Bourne, who was released at the start of the regular season.
Yeah. And their backup tight end, Tongues.
Yes. And Jones looked very good against a Rams defense that's young but very good, very talented.
Yeah. That was a good game, by the way.
That was a very entertaining game. I was enjoying myself, bro.
I was really rooting for the Rams, though, man. I low-key want the Rams to, be like, I think Stafford deserves it. Like, yeah, I get he won one in his first year with the Rams, but he went through so much with Detroit that I think he's in his final couple of years. Low-key, I would like the Rams to just keep pushing as a underdog favorite for the NFC.
But it's wild. Like, Stafford's 37. He don't look like it. He don't play like it.
He's got at least another 2 years. 2-3 years.
He's slinging that ball. He's slinging that ball to Puka and Devontae now, and even Kyron Williams. Like the Rams are a very good football team, a very good coach team at that.
Yeah, they are.
We've got 2 words
Jaquan with a 5. We should take Sanders and let him get that chip off his shoulder. Shador? No. I never wanted Shador.
Are you talking about Shador or Shiloh?
I don't want either.
Where is Shiloh?
Shador is too immature. Y'all see what his reaction was when Dylan Gabriel was announced as starter? And you wonder why he fell to the 5th fucking round. Shador Sanders is so entitled. He gets it from his damn daddy. Don't forget, he dictated to teams where he'd go for pre-draft visits rather than taking every available opportunity. He's like, nah, I want to go here, 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 and here. He didn't participate at the Senior Bowl.
I think it was
Or
reported.
was it the Shrine Bowl? Maybe it was the Shrine Bowl. One of the two.
I think it was reported. I want to say it was Schefter just a couple of weeks back that the Ravens were actually looking to select Shador.
Yeah.
And Shador was like, no.
I don't want to back up Lamar. I'm a starter.
You don't want to
Prove yourself.
Okay, so you don't want to sit behind Lamar fucking Jackson, but you're fine with Joe Flacco?
He has no choice now.
Well, that's his own fault.
He didn't.
I mean, he can learn a thing or two from Joe Flacco. Lamar did.
He didn't.
But like,
he didn't practice or play in the Shrine Bowl. He didn't participate at the Combine. He didn't throw at his pro day. He dictated to teams which ones he would rather have a pre-draft visit with. And you wonder why he fell so far.
I got you.
Because he's an entitled fucking prick. He might be a good quarterback. He might be another Geno, but that's it. That's it.
Honestly, Geno doesn't look that great right now.
No.
So that might not even be a good comparison. What's Geno we talking?
Well, that's my comparison with Shador. That's his ceiling. He's like his floor, in my opinion, Shador. His floor is Geno. His ceiling's Dak.
Ew.
What do they have in common? They're not going to advance the franchise any further than what they are now. I don't think Shador's that guy. It doesn't help he's also athletically limited.
I can tell you, just based off the tape that we saw throughout the draft process, I was not overly impressed.
And can he please learn to throw the fucking ball away? He's just dropping back. He's back like 20 yards past the line.
No. He'll go back 20 yards just stepping back, looking to pass, and then he'll go back another 15
and then
when
he
the pressure
spins
comes
around and goes through the line.
That was one that, like, immediately I noticed that when it came to Shador. Plus, the little ball tap he does, he taps the ball. Like, bro, there's that split second is enough for TJ Watt to get to you. Like, no, you can't be doing that. That's all coachable. That's all coachable stuff that Shador can fix.
But first, he's got to get out of his own head, or his dad's got to get out of his ear. That's what has to happen first with Shador, in my opinion. I'm not saying he can't be good, because he's an accurate quarterback. He's got a good mind, and he's very good at reading the defense pre-snap. I can't take that away from him. Those are the things that came with him day one. But everything else, that's going to limit him. That's where he's got to clean it up.
Yeah.
But I think it all starts from a mentality aspect where stop acting entitled, dude. Stop. It's a bad look. Just because you got the last name Sanders doesn't mean you should be a starter. If your name wasn't Sanders, you probably would have went undrafted. And I'm dead ass with that statement.
One went undrafted.
Why did Will Howard go to the 6th round? Why? But Shador should have been a first? Come on, bro. Come on.
Preach.
If it wasn't for his last name, he wouldn't get the social media attention he gets now.
Probably not.
Just saying. I'm just saying.
No, the potential is there. It's just like Dan said. He's got to get out of his own head. It's like the ego can't overcome him. He can't let his ego get to him. It appears it already is.
I don't know why I just went on a tangent for Shador Sanders, but keep in mind, he's the enemy, so like,
well, keep in mind,
we'll see him whenever.
Well, keep in mind, if it's not going to be after the bye week, because most likely that'll be Dylan Gabriel, it could be week 17.
Wow.
It could be week 17.
Shout out to Ryan Eugene in chat. Says Mac Jones is 3-0 as a starter despite 49ers are 4-1, but let's not sleep on Daniel Jones with the Colts too. He's 3-1.
That too.
Coaching
Yes.
absolutely matters.
Yes.
Shane Steichen is a good offensive mind. We knew that when he won the Eagles a championship with Jalen Hurts in his rookie contract.
He got the best out of Gardner Minshew. Let me say that.
Yeah.
Let me say that. And we experienced it, unfortunately. I mean, the Colts are impressive, bro.
Colts are looking, I thought they'd be like with the Colts. Well, not the Colts, the Saints.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go that far. I think they'd be kind of like middle of the bar there. Like they could be competitive. I just don't know if they can go that extra step. But like so far they're playing a lot better than I could have envisioned.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
For sure.
Like they're playing good football. Offensively, they're playing really good football. On defense, I mean, they're doing very good. Some of their new key guys are just balling out right now.
Celebrity backups don't last. Tebow, Kaepernick, and Cam. No, they don't. No, they don't.
Would you count Johnny Manziel as one?
No.
No?
No. I mean, I guess, but he was never on the level of any of those guys. At one point, Kaepernick was a good quarterback. Cam Newton was an MVP. I'm not even going to go with Tebow because I don't have to say anything, right?
Yeah.
I'd rather not.
Please don't.
I'd rather not.
Please
Johnny
don't.
Manziel didn't even have a chance.
No.
He didn't have a chance. At least these guys did something. Those guys won playoff games.
Sure.
2 of them went to Super Bowls.
Sure. That's fair.
Johnny Manziel, bro. What was his best game?
I say Manziel because, one, he was a Heisman winner, and he had all that media attention coming out.
Oh, I know.
Coming out of Texas A&M.
Oh, dude, Texas A&M marketed the shit out of him.
Yeah, of course. He was a huge celebrity already before hitting the draft.
They made a lot of money.
But Manziel, man, I mean, like, if you guys saw the documentary with Manziel on Netflix, I mean, like, yeah, like we all know.
Yeah, it's a good listen. It's a good
Like,
watch.
we
If
all
you guys
know.
haven't seen it on their own told, it's a good watch.
And the Browns obviously didn't aid in him whatsoever.
Justin Fields is 0-25 versus teams that scored 21+ points. Where's the Fields fans? I mean, yeah, it's not good, is it? It's not a good stat.
No, it's not a good record for Fields. It's not.
Has the Jets won a game yet?
No, they're 0-4.
Oh, God.
Aaron Glenn don't got a win yet.
Their best game was against us.
Yes, it was.
Have they scored 30 points since?
No, I don't think so. Dude, they couldn't beat the Dolphins.
Oh, man.
They looked awful versus the Dolphins. That was Monday Night Football.
Yeah, you're right. I did watch that. Shout out to Garrett Wilson. Appreciate you.
They are 0-4. Fields is back, but he's not really doing much.
Fields has a good game here and there. He's just too inconsistent. Always has been. Always was. He was with the Steelers too.
Now they got the Cowboys.
Shador needs a good O-line if he's going to succeed long term. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. If Shador was as good of a quarterback as his dad was a cornerback, Shador would have been a first rounder. Teams knew Prime could be a head case, and he still went top 5 because he was an elite prospect. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, Prime was such a unbelievable athlete and unbelievable player that sometimes talent just can't be denied.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the Falcons took a chance on him. Then, of course, the Cowboys,
Dude,
the Niners.
One of my favorite draft stories is when Prime got drafted, or when he was going through his draft process, right? He was going through his pre-draft visits and whatnot. What year was he drafted? 89, I think. And he went to the Giants for a pre-draft visit. And the Giants, what pick were they?
It was a later pick. I know that.
They were pick 18.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, Sanders was pick 5. He went. I think he went to the Giants, and they handed him a massive booklet of, I guess, the playbook or whatever, or player manual or whatever it was. And they're like, "Hey, read this for your pre-draft visit." And Dion's like, "Where y'all pick at?" Like, pick 18. Dion put the book down and said, "I ain't gonna be there that long. I ain't gonna do this." So he said, "I'm not gonna be on the board by 18. I'm not reading this. This is a waste of time." He wasn't wrong.
He was right. He was absolutely right.
I always thought that was hilarious because, I mean, I would have done the same thing. If I know for a fact I ain't gonna be there past 10, 15, I'm not wasting my time. Is it a bad look? Sure. But he knew he was going to be selected mad early. Especially back then.
I mean, that was Dion, dude. I mean, he had that confidence.
Stuff like that didn't get leaked out back then. This was 89, dude.
Yeah,
Stuff
of
like that
course.
didn't get leaked out.
Yeah, nobody heard of this stuff.
Now, if that happened today, red flag everywhere. Look at Shador. Fell to the 5th round.
Yep, that's true.
So, yeah, that's exactly what his son thought. And then, everyone got that information, and teams knew it too. There were people saying that he was one of their worst interviews ever because of the way he acted and the way he came off.
Well, just based off that mime stuff alone, kind of believe the reports. I kind of believe the stories.
Yeah, I definitely believe it. These were claims from the combine, from pre-draft visits, and everyone's like, "Why is he falling? Why is he falling?" I was questioning the same thing. I'm like, okay, this is getting a little disrespectful. Now we know.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not saying he can't be great because I think he can, but he's got to humble himself first.
He's a Brown, though.
He is a Brown. Will Howard being groomed to be long-term backup, I believe, like Batch. That's what I think, too. I want to see him get the chance to maybe be the starter, whether that's against the rookie quarterback we're probably inevitably going to draft next year in Pittsburgh or not. I would like Howard to eventually get a shot. Maybe it's like a Brock Purdy situation. Maybe. I don't know. I don't want to rule anything out. It could be. It could not be. I think Will Howard is a very smart quarterback. He's a hell of a competitor. He's got that leadership on and off the field, on the sidelines too, in the locker room. He's just someone that I think later in his years he's going to make for a great coach. Whether he becomes a great quarterback or not, I think he's going to be a great coach down the line. He's such a smart player. I would like to see him get the chance to be the starter at some point, whether that's competing with someone or filling in because someone got hurt and then he takes the reins maybe. But overall, I think for now the Steelers' vision is, hey, you're going to eventually replace Mason. You're going to be a very solid backup. But maybe that backup turns into a bigger role for him. I'm rooting for him.
Yeah,
I like Howard a lot. Out of all the quarterbacks this past draft, I mean, he was really the only one I really wanted because there was no one that we could have drafted at a legitimate, solid spot, in my opinion, that wouldn't have been considered a reach that could have been good for us. I liked Dart and I like his ceiling. I wasn't all for taking him in the first round. I thought that was too rich. Giants did, and now he's their starter.
Yeah.
He did good last week. We'll see how he does. I don't think he's ready, but we'll see how he does.
Mm-hmm.
Shador, I think his ceiling was low. Cam Ward obviously wasn't realistic.
No. Tyler Shook.
Too old. And frankly has issues with his game. I think he's a solid guy when it comes to reading the defense, but when it comes to accuracy and stuff like that, it's a little questionable.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, yeah, Will Howard was one of my favorites, and thus we got him in the 6th.
Yep.
I'm very curious to see if they bring him up from IR, if they're going to open up his 21-day window. I'd hope so.
Yeah.
What does that mean for Skylar Thompson? I guess he's going to stay on IR.
When did he go on IR? What was that, 2 weeks ago?
I think it was after week 1.
Was it?
I think it was.
So he would be eligible after the bye week then?
Correct.
Because I don't know what the likely possibility of them keeping 4 quarterbacks is. Probably very little.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How competitive do you think the Broncos can be against Philly? Can they pull off an upset? I think they have the defense to limit. I think Surtain. Well, first of all, A.J. Brown hasn't gotten much going all year. He hasn't.
Nope.
Saquon. He's gonna get things going. Jalen Hurts, he can get things going. I think they have the defense. The Broncos. I think they have the defense to limit the Eagles to an extent. I like their linebackers. I like their secondary. I like their defensive line and their pass rush.
Yeah,
I think they can get. I think they can do their job. Can Bo Nix lead the Broncos offense against the Eagles defense? Can that line hold up? This is going to be a big test for Bo Nix.
It is.
That's my biggest question with the Broncos is, can Bo Nix actually hit a guy deep? Can he hit his receivers in stride. That's one of his biggest issues is he's missing a lot of his targets.
Yeah.
Like he has them open. It's not a matter if they're open or not. They're open. It's he can't put it in the breadbasket.
Not consistently, no. Like he's actually playing a lot better than I thought he would have coming out of Oregon. He had a very good rookie season. And he's having a solid start to his second year. Just Bo Nix, yeah, you just got to put it in the bucket. He's got to hit his receivers in stride more consistently.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I do agree. I think the defense is very capable of holding down that Eagles offense. Because passing-wise, they haven't really gotten a lot going. Rushing-wise, I mean, Hurts can do stuff with his legs. Saquon, like you said. But that Broncos defense is legit. It's very powerful. They got a hell of a front seven. Quite a secondary with some young guys in there, like Jahdae Barron in there in the slot.
Right.
They got a lot of capable guys on that defense. The offense is just going to have to click. But J.K. Dobbins, their starting running back, he's having a good start to his Bronco career.
Yeah, he is.
R.J. Harvey from Purdue, I think. R.J. Harvey from Purdue. He's playing good. He had a receiving touchdown last week versus the Bengals.
R.J. Harvey is from UCF.
UCF. I'm wrong. Yeah,
UCF.
my fault. UCF. Nonetheless, he's a good back. Very good back. They got a lot of good talent on that offense. It's just, can Bo Nix connect with his targets?
Yeah, that's my concern with the Broncos is can Bo Nix take that next level? Let's check it. Let's take a look at the update on the poll. Biggest winner so far for the Steelers: DK, A.A. Ron, Nick Herbig, or Darnell Washington. Still a large 38% say DK is the biggest winner, which I think I would agree with. DK is probably our biggest playmaker so far on offense all year. If not him, Warren, but most of that's been in the passing game. In terms of the rushing attack, he didn't get many of those opportunities that Gainwell got. If we can do that with Warren, I really think this rushing offense can get back to where it should be.
Yeah.
Speaking of biggest winners, man, through the first 4 weeks, I gotta say definitely DK. For sure, A-Rod. I know he's had a couple questionable interceptions thrown, but overall, I think he's been very productive. I think he's getting his targets where he needs to put the ball. And I think with the line he's been suffering from, he's still doing what he's got to do. He shows he's still got that arm. He can still throw off the leg. He still got a little bit of A-Rod in him, a little gas, man. It's not empty yet.
Nope.
Let's put Darnell Washington up there because far and away he's our best blocking tight end. And when he's involved in the run game finds success. So easily a winner for me, especially after that Vikings game. More Darnell is a positive. I got to put Gainwell because he's put up a couple scores, 3 scores for us so far the last couple weeks. And he's shown reliability as a backup running back, and now obviously the primary kick returner because of what Caleb did.
Not just that, but special teams as well. If you remember, against the Jets, he forced that fumble on special teams.
You're right, he
which
did.
caused Calvin Austin's touchdown
Absolutely.
in that game.
Yeah, Gainwell's been making plays, man, all season so far, so shout out to Gainwell.
Yeah.
Calvin Austin, what he did in week 1 was good. He hasn't really replicated that, but he did get that touchdown versus the Patriots, which helped us win, so excuse me, shout out to Calvin. Nick Herbig.
Big time.
Stud. Absolute stud. Derek Harmon. Derek Harmon for sure because he didn't play the first 2 games. The last 2, he's been a hell of an ad.
Yeah, I mean, like the the Patriots game was his first game, and only in limited snap count, his presence was felt, his presence was shown. He had his first career sack in that game, and he just he played very well. He played very, very good. In his second game versus the Vikings, you still felt that pressure coming. When he was putting pressure on the quarterback, you felt it. You've seen it.
For sure. Jalen Ramsey. I got something going on with me tonight. I don't know what.
You good?
I'm coughing up a storm over here. Excuse me.
All right, you good.
Jalen Ramsey. What he did in week 1 versus the Jets, and then that pick he came away in week 2.
Yeah.
He got hurt off of a hamstring injury. Hilariously, he faked the gritty or faked the hamstring into the gritty, and karma kind of bit him.
Unfortunately, yeah.
But I think Ramsey is our best corner. He's just got this demeanor to him, that presence that I'm not going to take shit from you attitude. We need him back at the corner room. So I got to put Ramsey up there. And same thing with Brandon Eccles. With JPJ out, Eccles has filled in tremendously. Now with Ramsey out, Eccles is going to fill in the slot when JPJ gets back, which is just fine. Eccles, tremendous football player.
Yeah, big time. He's been a hell of an ad depth-wise. He came up way huge with that interception versus the Patriots in the end zone.
Yeah.
Like, if he didn't get that pick, Lord knows where that game would have went.
Most underrated Steeler thus far. The Pep says Patrick Queen. I would agree. He had a good game versus the Vikings.
He's having a much better start this year than he did last year.
Yeah.
Like, you're actually seeing Queen more involved with the defense, more involved with what they're doing. Especially, again, blitzing him. Like, they're finally using Queen's blitzing ability.
Yeah. The Steelers are one of the most blitzed teams defensively through the first couple weeks, the first 4 weeks of the season.
Yeah.
And just through the last two, they've come away with a couple of them. Peyton Wilson came away with a sack. Patrick Queen got one last week. He's been tremendous in the run game. He's really starting to really show that worth of why he signed and really stepping into that green dot role. So Patrick Queen, yeah, we're finally getting what we paid for in him.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, Patrick Queen for sure. I also got to throw in, Peyton Wilson hasn't had the greatest start, but I'd say last week he's definitely been in a massive improvement from where he started off this year. He's just too talented to not get it all together. He's got a lot of great tangibles. He's still very young too, so keep giving him more weeks. I'm sure eventually he'll come to the chess piece in the middle that we admire him to be.
Yeah.
Deshaun Elliott. Yeah, he's only played 2 games. He left week 1 and then played last week. But even last week, bro, he came away with a sack, a forced fumble, a tackle for loss, an interception. Deshaun Elliott, tremendous safety. Needed him back, and I'm glad he's healthy. Now, I also want to add, who should we see more at safety? Chat, get your opinions in there as well. Who should we see more at safety? Should it be Thornhill? Should it be Peppers? Or should it be Chuck Clark? I think it should be between Thornhill and Peppers. More so Peppers.
No, I agree. It should be Peppers. I mean, he came up big in that Patriots game. I know it was a bit of a revenge game for Peppers right there, but he did force that fumble on. I think it was Gibson who was the back there. He forced that fumble. Peppers. I mean, like, we know what Peppers is capable of. I mean, the Steelers should know that, they scouted him heavily coming out of Michigan. They went up against him quite a bit when he was a Brown and a Patriot. And Peppers made some plays against the Steelers. Like, the Steelers and their coaching staff, they should know what Peppers brings to the table. And we've seen what Peppers can do. He's a thumper. He's a consistent tackler, a good run defender, a good box safety. And he's very familiar with both safety positions. And he's versatile as all hell.
Yeah.
Like, that is exactly what Tomlin adores in a defensive back.
Well, don't forget the forced fumble he calls on Antonio Gibson in the Patriots game.
Yes, I mentioned that, yeah.
Yeah, so, definitely more Peppers. Thornhill made a couple good plays last week, too. But, yeah, Peppers should easily be our starting safety opposite Elliott. I think our safety duo there would be much better with Thornhill and Clark playing backups.
Yeah, I'd be comfortable with that.
I'll be very comfortable with that. I think after the bye, that should be the starting core right there.
It shouldn't be a rotation of, like, Clark's a starter 1 week, then the next week Thornhill gets his job back, and then Peppers is just limited. Because I don't think Peppers played any defensive snaps versus the Vikings.
Really?
At least from what I've seen, I didn't see him on the defense. I know that.
Really?
And I think I've seen that he had 0 defensive snaps on the defense, which I think is criminal. You bring this guy in, you're not going to implement him on the defense. You did versus the Patriots, but not the Vikings. I find that to be a mistake. Like, yeah, he can be used in special teams. That's fine, but he can also be used on the defense.
I don't think Chuck Clark should be seeing starting snaps. No.
No.
Rotational piece, sure. But I don't think Chuck Clark should be seeing starting snaps. No. Not over Peppers and not over Thornhill. He can be a solid backup for sure. But
We've got 2 words for
Handicap with a 5 says, let's be honest, my dog could cause a fumble against the Patriots running back. Okay, I'll give you
That's
that.
fair.
They can't hold on to the ball and save them lives.
That's fair.
I'll give you that. They got Rashad Mendenhall syndrome. Fitzgerald Toussaint syndrome. Sorry to go back down that pipeline, but when I think of fumbles.
How about Stephen Ridley?
God.
The Saints game?
Yes, I remember.
Remember that?
I remember.
Yeah, that freaking guy.
I remember.
Oh, God. How about him?
Oh, I remember. Yeah. Oh, that Saints game in 2018 was so stressful.
It was crazy. It was a crazy game. Yep.
God, that game was so stressful. Speaking of safeties, congrats to Sebastian Castro getting signed to the Bucs 53-man roster. Yes.
Yes.
Pef, you're correct.
That's right. Yeah.
That sucks, man. I really like Castro. He was such a good thumper, a good run defender.
Could have been nice
in the preseason.
developmental guy, a guy that, you know, knock on wood, if anything were to happen, you just call him up just to fill a depth role or play special teams. But no, he gets an opportunity with the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
And you know what? Best of luck to him. He's a talented player. He's a guy with some upside, you know, that the Buccaneers obviously see. You know, they see something in Castro, and they're going to find a way to use that.
Yeah, so good for him, man. I'm very happy for him. I wanted to keep him. But, you know, obviously, you know, practice squad stealing is a thing. That's how we got Montravius Adams so many years ago with the Saints, and he was a very good starter / rotational piece for a few years.
Yeah.
At this point, you know, if it doesn't, if a guy like, if a guy like Isaiah Loudermilk or even like a YA Black doesn't step up, I would probably. What is he doing? What is Montravius Adams doing? Is he available?
I don't know.
Where's he at?
I honestly couldn't tell you.
He's a free agent.
Well, there you go. We have a practice squad spot now open.
I'd bring him back. I'd bring him back for practice.
You know,
squad.
I'd welcome it. Why
With
not?
Loudermilk hurt, I would definitely bring him back. Just as that, you know, insurance policy. He already got experience with the system.
Yeah.
They're just throwing it out there. Steelers Nation, man. Biggest losers through the first 4 weeks. Number one's got to be Caleb.
That blunder special teams play versus the Seahawks. Obviously, I mean, Caleb's off to a very slow start to his NFL career, to his Steeler career. Hardly implemented on the offense. He had to last week because Warren was hurt. And he looked fine in the limited reps, but I mean, the blunder versus the Seahawks, I mean, that just changed everything.
It still leaves a bad taste in our mouth. So Caleb definitely one of the biggest losers of the first 4 weeks, unfortunately. Same thing with Sayamalu. I could put the line as a whole, but if I had to pinpoint on one guy, I'd probably Sayamalu. He's the veteran. He shouldn't be getting beat like that.
No.
I gotta put, but not based off his performance, but based off of the fact that he's not the starter no more and he's seeing a snap reducement. Juan Thornhill. It's not performance based. It's just he was the starter, now he's not. And then you got Clark and Peppers.
It's a rotating door of like who's the starter, right? Like the Steelers are trying to figure out for the game plan. Okay, this man's the starter for the week.
Yeah. I'll put Pat Freiermuth over there. It's not entirely his fault. He's not being schemed the ball, but even still, you know, he dropped a dime from A-Rod off the run, which would have been like a 30, 40-yard game versus the Seahawks. He dropped that, and then, what was it, versus the Patriots, he didn't stop on his route. He didn't stop in his zone, which was on a third down, and Rodgers was very heated for it.
Yeah.
He's not making the plays he needs as a tight end. It's not entirely his fault, but I'll put Muth there as well. Roman Wilson. It's not his fault either because he's not getting the reps. The most reps he's got was like 22 in week 2, and that was only because we were down by so much.
Mm-hmm.
But he only got 3 reps last week, so I guess I'll put Roman there. It's not his doing. It's not performance-based. It's just like, yeah, he's not getting the chance. So I guess, yeah, based off of that, he would be one of the Steelers' biggest losers through the first 4 weeks.
If you want to look at it that way, I suppose. But
It depends how you depict it.
yeah, I mean, you could argue, you know, you put Muth up there, you could put Jonah up there.
Yeah.
You know, it's not their fault. It's not their fault. They're not utilized to the best of their ability, but like they haven't really done anything based off the usage.
Right.
So if you want to look at it that way, yeah, that, you know, like not really sticking out within the first 4 weeks.
Yo, I don't know where Roman Wilson's at. I don't know where.
Is he the new Mike Williams?
I apparently so. He gets 1 catch and then goes away.
Is he the new Mike Williams that's just going to be on the milk carton?
Is he going to score a touchdown this year? You know what? That is a great question. Is he going to score a touchdown this year? Ben Skoranek scored a touchdown. His only catch so far.
But Roman
Is he
Wilson,
gonna score a touchdown?
He's got one catch.
One catch.
That's it.
One catch. Freiermuth can't catch or block right now. No, he can't. He can't. And he's not seeing, I think, last week he only saw, 12 snaps, I think?
Yeah.
Bro, 12 snaps?
Hardly saw 88 out there.
Keanu will be fine, says GC33. Keanu Benton, yes, he will be fine. You saw when he was put in his natural spot over at the 2, or the 2 inside, or the 3, what he's capable of when you give him favorable one-on-one matchups. He's not big enough to contain the double teams. Get him one-on-one versus the guard or the inside center. I think he's got, all of the pass rush ability to do what he did versus the Vikings.
Yeah, and now I will say it was against a wounded Vikings offensive line. I will say that, but nonetheless, that's still what you want to see out of Benton.
Well, it's better than him getting beat by a backup.
Yeah, of course, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, you still want to see Benton go out there and doing exactly what we all expect Benton to do, coming out of Wisconsin.
Yes, Connor Hayward did have more snaps than me last week. Yes, he had one more snap more than him, I think.
I don't know why.
Here, I'll find it. Hold on.
You guys remember the Aaron Rodgers block that he did? Aaron Rodgers shouldn't have to do that. He had to because Connor Hayward was the lead fullback. He was the lead block when we handed it off to Gainwell. Connor Hayward couldn't block. So A-Rod had to come down and then with his shoulder block, I think it was Eric Wilson of the Vikings there, in order for Gainwell to get close to the first down.
Yeah. Ben Skoranek had 18 snaps. Connor Hayward had 16. Freiermuth had 15.
Okay.
Joe New had 13. Scotty Miller had 13. Caleb had 11. And Roman had a offensive low of 3.
Oof.
Darnell saw 48 snaps.
Damn.
48.
Damn.
48, bro.
More
Jeez.
Darnell, bro. If it's working, keep it going.
Yes.
More of Darnell.
Yes. So with the Calvin news, will he play versus the Browns? No. According to Jerry Dulock, he's going to be out several weeks.
Same with Ramsey.
So I would think Tyrone, no, he will not be playing versus the Browns. So who's our wide receiver 2? Chad, who's our wide receiver 2?
What's Robert Woods doing?
Don't.
I'm kidding. I'm good. He did nothing in the preseason.
Didn't he leave?
He signed with the Steelers practice squad. Then later that week, he requested to get cut.
Bye, Felicia.
Because he wants to be a part of a actual roster.
And do what?
Be part of an actual roster.
What's he gonna do? He's 33 years old. What does he think he's gonna do?
I hardly heard his name throughout the summer. I hardly heard
He
him.
had 1 catch in preseason, bro. And went for 4 yards. He wants to be on an NFL roster, bro. What are you gonna do? Come on, man. That ain't gonna happen.
Has it gotten signed yet? No. I don't think any team's that desperate. The 49ers, bro, they're not even that desperate.
They said Calvin's X-rays came back negative. Really?
Did they? Who said that?
I don't know. I didn't see update on that. I'm just reading off of what Jerry Dulock said on X. I'll search up his injury now. I haven't seen the injury update. I haven't been on social media all day.
Neither have I.
All right, we have a post here from si.com/Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
X-rays on Calvin Austin's shoulder came back negative, according to a league source, which is good news. I do not know yet if he'll miss time with injury or not. If he does, this could be Wilson's best chance to prove that he deserves a bigger piece of the pie moving forward, DeFavo says. Cool.
Okay, that's good to hear. That's a positive update.
All righty. There you have it. I don't know if he's going to play versus the Browns, but yeah, that's a great sign. In fact, that is legitimate news to me. I did not know that until right now. So Tyrone, thank you for that information.
Yeah,
that's very good news. I'm glad to hear that.
so maybe we do see him for the Browns. I'm not sure though.
But even still, I don't know if he's going to be 100%. So will Wilson still see some snaps? I hope. Let's say he sees some snaps. what is the situation that he's going to see snaps? Is it going to be rundowns? Is it going to be to play distraction to get the ball to someone else? Are they going to actually scheme him to get the ball?
To be the intended target?
Is he going to get, is he going to get the ball? Bro, I don't know.
I don't know.
It's the waiting game for Roman Wilson, bro. That's what this is now. It's the waiting game. We just got to keep waiting. Maybe something will happen. If you wait long enough, something will happen. But maybe it's like watching a pot boil. If you don't think about it, it's going to happen, right? Don't watch and don't think about it. It's just...
That's kind of hard to watch Roman Wilson when I don't see him.
I don't either. I saw... He played 3 snaps, but there's only one play I can recollect seeing him on the TV. Literally.
I can't.
Literally.
I hardly saw the man.
John Cena out there. You can't see him.
I hardly seen him. Or when I see his snaps, he just runs streaks.
Yeah.
Like you have
routes.
You have a precise route runner and you're having him go straight.
Yeah, he might be one of our better route runners outside of Calvin.
Come on, bro.
Like outside of Calvin, he might be our best route runner. Because Calvin can run routes.
No, you can run routes. Yeah.
My oh my. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, that's for the Browns game. We obviously have the Browns game in a couple... I was going to say a couple days. Not a couple days.
It's a bye week.
The week after a couple days.
Bye week.
We got next Sunday. It is the bye week, so we can actually relax, chill, and enjoy the weekend. Enjoy Sunday football without stressful Steelers football. But that means we got 13 straight weeks of this. So I don't know what y'all got to do to get prepared, to get ready. But grab anything necessary. And that's in regards to turning the tide, bringing good juju, or getting everything prepared for something bad that could happen. I don't know. Get your heartache medication. Get your gear. If one thing's not working, switch to another. That's why I do it with my hats every Sunday. I will for sure have a whole stack set up for me next Sunday for that game.
And you know damn well I will be having, same with you, we'll be having our Mason Rudolph jersey because so far we're undefeated when wearing the Mason Rudolph jersey this season.
Yes, you're right.
The one game we lost, we took it off because I wanted to represent Boswell and you wanted to rep your new DK Metcalf jersey, and we freaking lost. In bad fashion, too.
Yeah.
But as soon as we put the Mason jersey on, we're winning again.
Yeah, I can't go away from Mason this year.
No, I can't. We made a promise, and we're going to stick to it. We took a week off.
Where Hodgins at? You talking about Hodgins from the practice squad?
Isaiah Hodgins?
Yeah, he's on the practice squad, dude.
I know. Who?
We still got Keyshawn Williams out there. Bring him up. What's he doing?
No, he was a punt returner, wasn't he?
Yes.
During preseason.
Yes.
I was gonna say, like, you use him as kick returner.
Actually, I think Scotty's the backup kick returner. No, not kick returner. Sorry, punt returner. Scotty Miller's the backup punt returner.
Yeah.
He can just do everything, can he?
Of course, he's Scotty too hot.
Can he do the worm?
I bet he could. By the way, I'm just saying we have 3 wide receivers on the practice squad.
Good. That's not enough.
Keyshawn Williams, Max Hurlman, and Isaiah Hodgins.
We need to get A.J. Brown. That's not going to happen.
I'm not going to fantasize about that.
I would love the Ole Miss duo back together, but it's not going to happen.
There's no way.
Why would you leave Philly? Why would he?
You know damn well if we were to try to acquire A.J., the Eagles are going to want a first.
Easily. They traded first for one.
Yeah, so, like, that's not happening.
And imagine what that contract's going to do to their cap space.
Yeah, like, it's not happening, man.
No. It would be cool. It's a great fantasy, but it's not going to be reality, dude.
No, it's not.
I would love... I don't... Why would he leave? Why would he leave? He's in the perfect spot.
Bro,
he's not getting the ball every week.
But they're 4-0.
He's not getting the ball every week, and yeah, getting him back Arthur Smith sounds good, but why would he leave?
He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Would you guys rather an elite offense or an elite defense? Whichever you choose, the other side of the ball stinks.
That's the thing. Because 10 years ago, we had exactly a great offense, but a piss poor defense.
And then in 2019, 2020, we had a great defense, an elite defense, and an awful offense.
So we've been on each side.
We have been the witnesses of both, which gives that's a perfect answer or a perfect question for us. Bro, I don't know.
I mean, defense wins championships. Don't get me wrong.
You're right.
That's still the case. But you need something of an offense.
It's an offensive league.
You need something of an offense.
It's an offensive league. Okay, now time out. Hold on. You didn't say the offense had to be bad, though. If it's mediocre, we can do something. Because I think you can still win with a great defense and a decent offense. I don't think you need the greatest offense in the world to win.
No.
You just need something very, very serviceable. An offense that can get points on the board. They don't got to be the most explosive, but something that's going to consistently get down the field and drain the clock and keep the defense fresh and get points on the board and run the football.
Yeah. An offense that's efficient enough. Because if you have a lockdown defense, you're golden. And an offense that is capable and efficient enough to get down and score points, you're solid.
Yeah. Yes, it is. I'm going to get a new poll in the chat, as a matter of fact. I'm going to get one more poll in the chat. By the way, it's almost 5 minutes till midnight.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you guys for hanging us out here late on this Friday night. It's the bye week. You know we had to go live on a Friday night, regardless of a game or not.
Yeah, they keep the pattern going.
Discuss the bye week. Chat with you guys on a Friday night. We appreciate y'all for hanging out with us on the YouTube and the X side of things. Let's get a new poll in the chat. You have an idea?
No, I don't.
Okay, never.
Not off the top of my head. How about...
I got one.
All right, there you go.
Because I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to bring it up.
All right. Bring what up exactly?
You'll see.
Okay. Just got to wait then.
Bro, who else is out there? Who else is out there? There's no options out there.
Who are
is
you
there?
thinking?
What wide receiver should Steelers trade for? That's gonna be a new poll. Who's out there?
Alec Pierce.
Fine.
Uh,
I got Olave.
so
Myers,
you
Alec Pierce.
mentioned put both Saints receivers. Put Shaheed. He's solid. He's made some plays when he's
No.
healthy.
No.
He's solid. He's a solid hand.
No.
You don't want to see Shaheed as a Steeler?
No.
He's Shaheed.
No.
Rashid Shaheed. No?
Shaheed.
He's not bad.
Fine.
He's not bad.
Fine.
I just saw the guy's name right now. He's not horrible.
Did I even spell his name right? I put the poll in the chat. What wide receiver should the Steelers trade for? Olave, Myers, Alec Pierce, or Rashid Shaheed? Get you guys polls in the chat, man. This should be interesting. While you guys do that, I want to thank the sponsor of today's live stream. Huge shout out to Profit X for sponsoring with us on this live stream and for the entirety of the NFL season as we take a look at the Week 5 matchups here, folks. To open up Sunday football in London, we got the Vikings staying overseas, across the river, across the water, to face the Browns, starting Dylan Gabriel. Imagine Dylan Gabriel's first career start is not in Cleveland.
LOL.
It is in London, as a matter of fact. I don't think this is going to end well for him, but yeah, I got the Vikings on this one. I don't know about you, but I'm going Vikings here.
No doubt, Vikings.
Texans, Ravens. Texans were the underdog to start the week, but now they're not. They're actually the favorites, but I still take the Texans here. I think they're just going to want it. I think they're going to want it bad. Giants and Saints, give me the Giants. I think Scatterboo has another really good game. The Giants are the underdog?
Huh? Is it because it's in New Orleans?
Yes. I like that.
No. The Giants got better talent, and their defense is very solid.
I like that.
I go Giants.
I was looking at these odds. And I'm thinking,
I go Giants.
What
man.
upset do I like?
Man, I don't trust them Saints.
I like that. Yeah, I'm taking the Giants. They're look at those odds plus 117. Yeah, I'm taking that, and I'm definitely going to favor the Giants in this one. I know they're on the road, but Dart looked good last week. Scatterboo is a dog, and we all knew this, but Scatterboo's a dog. I know they don't got a receiver. Nabbers is out, and my fantasy suffers for it, but I think they'll still be all right. I think they'll still be just fine. But I like the Giants as the upset there, man. If y'all want to ride this, feel free to do so with ProfitX. ProfitX is America's #1 sports prediction market where you can win real money predicting sports in 40 or more states. They are a peer-to-peer sports prediction exchange where users like you and me don't play against the house and instead actually play against other people and other players betting with sports. Any sports, predicting any sports that they have the offer. NFL, NHL, we got baseball, anything you want to discuss. The NBA is going to be starting up soon. Of course, we got NCAA. We got everything that they have to offer, man. ProfitX has it for you. If you guys want to sign up, man, feel free to do so right now at ProfitX.co. Make sure you use the promo code SteelTwins. You guys can receive a claim up to $200 in profit cash on all plays for the first 30 days playing on the site. Again, that is ProfitX.co. Promo code SteelTwins. Claim that offer and take advantage of that underdog, that place for the Giants, man. I really favor that for this weekend, man. If y'all want to ride that, feel free to do so. And a huge shout out to ProfitX for sponsoring with us on this video.
Yes, sir. What's the update on the poll?
Myers, 58%. Darnell Mooney? Okay. I can feel that. I do like Williams from the Lions, yeah. Jameson Williams?
Jameson. They just extended him, though.
That's true.
They just extended him. Mooney's not a bad option. Honestly, that wouldn't be a bad option, especially if they are willing to give up Darnell Mooney. I mean, he's not really getting anything going this year. I don't really think that's his fault, though.
I think DJ Moore is a possibility, but Myers is my pick as of now. My guess is we can't get anyone else but the deadline. It'll be Lazard. I don't want Lazard. No one here wants Lazard. If you want Lazard, bro, I don't know, man.
No, man. I'm good on that. Don't let it be Lazard. Don't let it be another Jets receiver.
No, I don't want Lazard.
No.
Did you guys want the Steelers to draft Pickett? If you guys didn't, who did you guys want? I forgot. No, I didn't want Pickett. No, it was for a silly reason because he was old. I also don't think his ceiling was high.
Honestly, hold on. That was what, 2022? I don't even remember.
I fell for the media trap, bro. I wanted Malik Willis.
I thought the Steelers would take Malik. I actually, you can look back at the reaction. I forgot that Pickett was even on the board because I was solely convinced that Malik Willis was the pick, and he wasn't, obviously.
We shouldn't have taken quarterback that year.
No, that was a horrible class.
Okay, the reason why I wanted Willis is because I knew for a fact they were going to take a quarterback because they don't hide who they're going to select. They don't hide what position they're going to take. They tell you right up in front who they're going to take, and they went to every freaking pro day possible for all the quarterbacks there in that class, which was Pickett, which was Desmond Ridder, which was
Malik Willis.
Matt Corral, which was Malik Willis. It was bad. It was a bad class. They never should have took quarterback. Who I really wanted was Linderbaum. That's who I really wanted. Out of everyone that year, I wanted Linderbaum. But in terms of me knowing that they were going to go quarterback because they weren't hiding it, I preferred Willis.
Yeah.
Either would have been bad. I really wanted Linderbaum, though.
No, now he's a Raven. No, we have Frazier. And Frazier's looked good to start the season.
Yeah.
Filling that center position nicely still. But yeah, that was a blunder.
That was so bad. That was one of the worst selections in Steelers
history. Thanks, Colbert.
One of the worst selections in Steelers history.
One of the more poor off seasons, too.
I'm all too much splash on the field with 90-51. You got to keep that together. then let 56-33 rotate them both. Very serviceable pass rushers and can play the run, but you leave 51 and 101. Great things happen. Yes, you are correct. Chrome Drifter, you are correct.
Mm-hmm.
I think any way you put it, I mean, yeah. You put Herbig 101. You gotta favor him. It's like putting Pickens 101, right? You gotta favor him.
Yeah. I mean, dude, Christian Darrisaw had a tough time containing Herbig, and he limited Trey Hendrickson in his first game playing versus the Bengals. Like Hendrickson was non-existent, but Herbig was just flat out dominant. Against Darrisaw.
Everybody said Linderbaum has short arms. Kenny, small hands. Yeah, Kenny has one of these, probably some of the smallest hands of any quarterback to come into the league, like ever.
Now he's the backup for Geno Smith.
He is a Raider.
He is a Raider, yes. The Browns trade him to the Raiders. Yeah.
I'm going to search it up. Smallest hands for an NFL quarterback. Braylon Allen measured at 8.5 inches.
Brandon Allen.
Brandon Allen, sorry, not Braylon.
The former Bronco, right?
Yes. Kenny measured at 8.5 too. So.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Yeah, tiny hands.
I wasn't worried about Linderbaum's short arms. He's a center.
I don't even remember.
He's a center.
I don't even remember that being a thing for Linderbaum.
You know, people said that about Will Campbell too, coming out of LSU for the Patriots. I get because he's a tackle, right? But that's not affecting him, is it? Will Campbell's been an incredible tackle to start the season.
Not against Nick Herbig.
Well, no. I mean,
Nick Herbig's a beast.
I mean, everyone's gonna run into a rookie wall, but
yeah.
I think Will Campbell's had a really good start to his rookie season.
Campbell is holding his own. He's doing well. The Patriots know what they're getting in him. He's having a solid performance. The short arms, no. Linderbaum's a great center for the Ravens, obviously.
Yes, he is. And I'm very upset that we didn't take him. I wanted him because, what's his name? Mason Cole wasn't the answer.
No, he wasn't cutting it.
Well, I think we signed Mason Cole that year, didn't we?
No, because we had him 2 years.
What year did we sign Mason Cole?
2022.
Oh, God.
No, I'm wrong. 2021, because Pouncey retired after 2020. That's right. Cole.
We drafted Kendrick Green.
No, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, Kendrick Green lasted a year as the starting center.
Yeah, he was bench center.
Then it was Cole 2022. That's right.
We should have.
Cole was the starting center for 2 years. Then we finally got Frazier. That's right.
We should have just waited. We should have given that year to Mason and drafted Linderbaum and waited. What we should have done. That's what we should have done.
Yep.
That's what we should have done. I know it's easier to say in hindsight, but even then, I mean, you look at that class. It was like this year's class, just full of backups. And that's major proof. Like this year's class, outside of Ward, it's full of backups. You got potential with Dart. You might have something with Sanders.
Yep.
Everyone else, like Milroe, his ceiling's high, but there's so much wrong with him. Tyler Shook? No. Will Howard? Maybe. But most of them are just backups. And that's what 2022 was. This year was 2022, but better. A little more stacked. But nothing crazy, right? God, man. That's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
I still look back at that and thinking, man, we really did that. That was Colbert's last decision he ever made as a GM for the Steelers, man.
Yep.
That's a shame. That is a shame, man. I don't believe that.
That's awful.
Who else was in that draft class? Trent McDuffie went the pick after.
Wow. That's a kick down there.
Trent McDuffie is not a Pro Bowler?
He's the number one corner.
He's not a Pro Bowler.
Really? Even for being a Chief?
He's not a Pro Bowler. That's a shame.
I'm surprised by that.
That's a shame.
Wow.
Yeah, we could have had who do we have a corner in 2022? Wasn't that Hayden's last year? No.
No, 2021 wasn't it?
2021 was Hayden's last year. So 2022 we had.
No, it was Akello Witherspoon. Who was outside? No, there's somebody else. Who was it?
Levi Wallace.
Was it? I think you might be right.
Pretty sure it was.
I think, yeah, it was Levi
Because-
Wallace and Akella Witherspoon.
Because in 2023 we got Patrick Peterson.
And Peterson and Wallace were the outside guys.
Yeah, and then we drafted JPJ.
Yeah.
But Wallace started. Oh man.
Oh my
Yo!
God.
Yo!
Yo, 2022, dude, that offseason, oh my God. Colbert.
Yo, that was what, 3 years ago?
Yes.
Oh man.
Bruh, Colbert.
That's pretty bad.
The best thing to come out of that offseason had to have been Warren.
Yeah.
It was Jalen Warren. The best thing to come out of that offseason was Jalen Warren.
For sure.
Colbert.
Yeah, it's bad, bro. Oh, that's bad.
God, that was like, And the second best was Calvin Austin.
Yeah, that was bad. But that was 2022, folks. Levi was okay the first year. We brought him in, but he fell off terribly. Even if he was good in his first year, it didn't pay off well.
No, it didn't.
We've been better off taking McDuffie.
He got torched versus the Browns that Monday night when it was Browns and Broncos.
Yep.
Judy just burnt him. And what was he, a Jaguar last time I checked? Did he even make the team? There's no way he did.
Never know. Will Howard with 2 years behind A-Rod. If A-Rod stays another year, yeah, with 2 years. But even still, I think him learning from A-Rod it does a lot for a guy like him. He's already as smart as he is.
Yeah.
It sucks we couldn't see him on the field yet, though.
I know, that damn thumb injury.
2021 O-line, which was Ben's last year, goes as follows. Dan Moore, rookie, by the way. Kevin Dotson.
Out of position.
Kendrick Green, Trey Turner, and Chuck Wilmer Corafor. That might be one of the worst starting offensive lines I have ever seen.
That was 4 years ago. Looking at it now, Dan Moore's a
Titan.
He's a Titan that got paid a boatload of money.
Kevin Dotson got paid a boatload and is now on the right side where he should be with the Rams. Kendrick Green's probably not in the league no more. Trey Turner's gone, and Chucks is what?
Chucks is a backup tackle for the Jets. Kendrick Green, I think he's still a backup for the Texans. I think.
Wait, hold on. He's still playing?
Yeah.
Who's the worst player you've seen suit up for the Steelers in 2010 to 2022?
That's a great question, Dry, huh?
How long we got? We got all night?
Worst player? I can name you more than one. Oh, that defense overall. Antoine Valentino Blake. Mike Mitchell. I was not impressed by Mike Mitchell. Shamarco Thomas. Jarvis Jones.
Well, because you said 2020, like past 2020, I can't put Kendrick Green. Otherwise, that'd be an easy answer.
Yeah.
Because Kendrick Green was not good.
No,
I can't recall one good game he ever had. It's definitely got to be defense. It's definitely got to be corner. I'm going to go Artie.
Artie Burns?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although Antoine Blake really sucked.
No, Antoine Blake was awful.
So was Cockrell. Cockrell sucked.
Ross Cockrell wasn't good.
Cockrell was, his name. Dante Moncrief's a good one. Yeah, you know what?
That might take the cake.
I'm not beating that. I don't care who you put out there now. That ain't beating it.
No. Gunner, yeah. Nah.
Gunner sucks.
No, that was after 2020. That was after 2020.
Do not get Olave. He's just another Antonio Brown waiting to spiral out of control. I don't think Olave has character issues. I think his brains are scrambled. He don't have character issues.
No, he don't. He never did.
He's got too many concussions.
He never did, but another blow to the head, he's done.
Credit to Artie, he's still in the league. He is, man. Props to Artie.
Yeah, he's still kicking. He's still rolling.
See, that takes another level of the term bust. Artie was an absolute bust for the Steelers, but in terms of the NFL, he's not, because he's still here. He's still playing.
Yeah.
He's been in the league 10 years.
That's freaking crazy, dude.
So, yeah, he was a bust for the Steelers, but overall as a career, no, he didn't live up to the first round, but he's still playing. He's still making money. Good for him. Alec Pierce, super underrated, was a good prospect coming out of Cincinnati. Yeah, I loved Pierce coming out of Cincinnati. That was the year they had a lot of talent coming out of that school. It was Pierce, Sauce, Kobe. There was a couple others that year. Cincinnati had a lot of Bearcats coming out.
Yeah, they did. I remember that year, yeah.
But, yeah, Pierce has always been good. Great deep threat.
Mm-hmm.
I would really like Pierce, though. I like Pierce would
He'd be
really
a solid hand. He could fill that number 2 role.
Would love to get Olave, but one more concussion, he might be done. So is it really worth it? In my opinion, no.
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 Talented as all hell. It's just the injuries, man.
Well, all right. It's worth it if it's stupid cheap. And I'm talking like next year's 5th round pick. But I doubt they're going to do that. If the Saints are going to get rid of him, they're going to want at least a day 2 pick.
I tried to give up at least a 6.
Damn, you going that low?
Yeah, I'm going that low. It's the Saints, bro.
That's crazy.
At this point, the
low.
Saints will probably take anything. The Saints will probably take anything at that point.
You're gonna go that low?
Yeah.
6th round pick.
Yeah, I've seen trades happen where it was that low, and then that player was actually very successful for the team that they got traded to.
No, it shouldn't be that low. He's worth a little more than that.
I think the Saints could take it.
Are they that desperate to just get rid of him?
Maybe.
I don't know.
They don't have a win yet.
They
got to rebuild, dude.
I have no
They
idea.
got to take whatever they can.
Shout out SteelTwins. Love this show, bro. Hams. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Shout out to Talking Trash with the Steeler game. Appreciate you. Roman Wilson needs to do some damage. Man, he needs to do something. You know what I'm saying? Like he needs to do damage, but he's got to pick up the hammer first. He's not even, doing anything. Sometimes I don't even notice he's on the team. Like I'm serious. I don't even notice he's on the team half the time.
I mean,
Because he didn't play all last year and he's barely playing this year. So I'm thinking, who's this guy again?
Yeah.
I see number 10 out there. I'm like, who from the practice squad did we bring up? That's right. We
Yeah.
dropped him last year.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's kind of hard for him to do anything when he's given a certain task or certain snaps.
Yeah.
I don't want to blame Roman Wilson. He's given a certain task. You run a route, that's it. You get these snaps, that's all you get. He's got to get more. And he's got to get opportunities and routes where he's going to be an intended target.
Yeah.
When the ball's thrown in his direction, can he catch it? Can he catch it consistently? Or is hands strong, like they were in Michigan? And can he make the most with those catches? Can he use his yak ability? Can he use his speed? He ran a 4.3 at the combine.
Well, we won't know unless they give him the targets. As simple as that.
Xavier Legette is a guy I'm looking at. We've robbed the Panthers of some trades, and he's a specimen. Built and plays like Metcalf, has amazing tape from when he was at South Carolina.
Yeah, I loved Legette coming out of South Carolina as a Gamecock. I loved his tape. He's got a great frame, excellent speed. He's a great character. He's an awesome character.
Yes.
My only issue with him is the drop issues. He had a couple drops last year. I think 8 drops last year.
Yeah, he's still got to get it all together, bro.
He had 8 drops last year.
He's still got to get it all together.
But I think he's got a lot of good tools to work with. I think he's got a great frame for his position. He's got intense speed. You're right. He is built like DK, absolutely. Minimize the drops. Yeah, I think he can be a dangerous weapon in this league. He's just you don't see receivers of that build and that athletic. They're a rare specimen.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have your Randys, you have your DKs, you have your Megatrons, you have your Larrys, right? But they're few and far between, right? They're not exactly very, very common. So someone like him, he's got to put it together. But I do like Legette. I always did. I'm hoping he pans out at some point. I don't know if the Panthers are going to want to trade him. I mean, they did just draft Ted McMillan. They might view Legette as the guy opposite of him. But even a guy like Jalen Coker, when he gets back healthy, he's going to obviously, fill in that role. And he had a good rookie season.
He did. Plus, they brought back Hunter Renfrow after they traded away Thielen. And he actually came up big in that Cardinals game not too long ago.
Right.
So I don't know. It's a possibility. And with the Panthers, I mean, you never know with them. Honestly, I don't know what's going on with them right now. I know they have talent and potential. It's just they're not getting it all together.
Leggett would be a media darling in Pittsburgh. I love his accent. I love his personality, man. I think that'd be awesome.
He's just got to get it all together. He's got to get all that talent in order, bro. He's got it there. Like, he's showcased it before.
I would absolutely trade for Leggett. I would definitely give him the opportunity. I think that'd be really cool. I'm all for bringing in Leggett. I think drops can absolutely be. I think drops can be fixed. A guy like Devontae Adams, right, coming into the league, he struggled with drops. His first 2 years, he struggled with drops, bad, and now he turned into one of the best route runners in football, and one of the best receivers in football for a great amount of time.
Yeah.
So, I think Leggett's got that potential. He might not. He might have drop issues now, but clean that up. Ceiling's high for him, for sure. Still bummed how close we were to getting Christian Kirk last year. I forgot that. Yeah,
yes.
we almost traded for him, and then he got hurt.
I think he broke his collarbone.
Yeah,
and then he was injured.
Yeah, why did the Jags play him if we were going to trade for him? Why would you risk playing him? Then they got nothing out of it. I mean, they eventually traded him to the Texans, but they could have gotten more from the Steelers.
It's the Jaguars, dude. It's the Jags.
You're right. It is the Jags. It's what they do.
Their front office, bro, and their coaching, especially last year, it's just like, what in the absolute hell are you doing?
It's what they do. I don't think Kirk would have been the answer.
Now he's a Texan, and he's actually been getting more involved since he's now healthy.
Well, yeah, because Tank Dell's still out. He might be out the rest of the year. He's still on the PUP list.
Yeah, I know. He's still recovering from that gruesome injury.
Yeah, that injury was awful last year.
It was sick to see. Jeez.
What about Jonnu Smith wide receiver? Sounds crazy, but I don't know. I've thought about it. I think they're definitely going to do that. They're going to entertain it for sure. They could easily run 12 personnel and have him out wide. Easily. And put Muth at tight end or Darnell at tight end as a block, right? I could easily see it happening that way. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. Arthur Smith, when they trade for him, they insinuated that he can play a little bit of everything. Like a Swiss Army knife for the offense. Fullback, tight end, slot receiver, outside receiver, H-back. So, yeah, I would anticipate Jonnu to be flexed out wide a little bit for sure. Will it work? I don't know. They do it with Darnell sometimes too, mostly in the red zone, which should continue. But
I said in the offseason, if there's one guy that knows how to use Jonnu, it is Arthur Smith.
For sure.
I mean, like, we know, like, wherever Jonnu's been, Arthur Smith's basically been right behind him.
Y'all think the Jags are going to the playoffs now?
I don't. What are they, 3-1 right now? I'm not convinced. Nothing about the Jaguars convinces me. Etienne's off to a good start. That's like the only good thing offensively about them. Brian Thomas ain't getting nothing going. Travis Hunter ain't getting nothing going.
Right.
Their leading receiver is Brenton Strange, their tight end.
Yeah.
And Trevor Lawrence is so inconsistent.
Nothing
sticks out about the Jags to me.
No, I mean Etienne's having a good start, but that's it.
That's it.
That's it. And Travis Hunter's not doing anything right now. He's doing nothing. Instead of putting up a Fire Tomlin sign, put up Fire Pat Meyer. That was our initial idea. That would be the first sign of the season. That's about as realistic as firing Tomlin anyway. So yeah, why not, right?
Why not get two signs?
For sure. It's not the first time. Put Fire Pat Meyer.
Yeah.
At one point, we'll either tie it to the bottom one of this or just swap it and put Fire Meyer. Maybe we'll go back and forth with it. I don't know.
I'll hold the sign up. I don't care.
Muth can't block or catch. No, he can't.
Not consistently.
Yeah, nice tokes. I don't know. I don't know if he'll actually be on the trade block, but I would like him to be. I think Steelers should start listening to calls. What does he do? What does he do? Okay. Let's put it this way. Calvin's out. We don't know what we're gonna do at wide receiver. If we don't give Roman the chance, you gotta get the tight ends involved, and that should be mostly Jonu and Muth in the passing game. I want to say Darnell, but in terms of like legitimate receiving threats that the Steelers are going to rely on, those are the two. How are they going to be incorporated? Jonu will probably see wide receiver reps. Does that mean more from Muth in the middle of the field? Does that mean him more for the short game to get the easy yardage? Is he going to get more targets? Is he going to get more than 3 targets a game?
I don't know, dude. I don't know what their vision is regarding Muth or what their plan is for Muth to include him.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you're not going to use him, why is he here? But if you are going to use him, then Muth, you got to step up. You have to be credible. You have to have some form of impact.
He's just so expendable. And he just doesn't offer a lot for this team. He doesn't. Like every other tight end we have on this roster outside of Connor Hayward does everything Muth can do, but so much more advanced.
Yeah. Like, there's got to be a team out there that could be looking to add a tight end.
Now, maybe Muth in the right scheme would do very well. That's probably not for the Steelers because the Steelers rely on their tight ends to block. Muth can't do that. The Steelers don't typically, or at least as of now, aren't getting their tight ends involved in the passing attack. Maybe Muth just needs to change the scenery. He needs a scheme that's going to benefit him, almost like what the Jags do with Evan Ingram. You see how they put him out in the slot, they put him at the tight end position up the seams. That would do well for him. I think if Muth can be used in a way that Ingram is used with the Jags, or what he was with the Jags, obviously Ingram's now with the Broncos, I think that would benefit him. I don't know if that's with the Steelers. I think Muth is in an awful scheme for him because it doesn't benefit him.
Could be.
Because I think Muth can be a very good tight end. I think he is a very good tight end when healthy. He's just restricted because of the fact he can't block. And you're not going to be a Steelers tight end and not block.
No.
That's not going to work here. It's not working here. So do him a favor. Do yourselves a favor. Split. That's what I think they should do. Will they? Probably not.
You're paying him $12 million. Use him and Muth to live up to the contract.
Yeah.
Live up to your pay rate.
What would they get out of him? I don't know. If they can somehow milk a day 2 pick, that'd be incredible. But preferably probably wide receiver too. A player-for-player trade.
If anything.
Well, in fact, what would be the dead cap hit if we were to trade him?
It can't be much.
I don't think it's much either.
It can't be much.
Well, when did he sign that deal?
What was it, 2 off seasons ago? I think it was 2023.
Last offseason.
Oh, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
It was last offseason.
Was it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it was. Okay. All right.
All right. Let's say the Steelers trade him. I don't know. Deadline, right? For example, let's say we trade Freiermuth at the deadline. They're going to suffer a $2.1 million dead cap and a $6.3 million dead cap, but save almost $11 million. Where's that $11 million going during the season? That would fold into next offseason, but we're not really using that $11 million for anything during the season, are we?
No, but you just said it would just carry into the cap hit next year.
Yes.
And then the dead cap hit, that's minimal. Nowadays, that's minimal.
But in 2026, let's say we trade him before the draft. Steelers suffer a $6.3 million dead cap, save $4.9 mil. Sometimes it's one of those things you just have to bite the bullet.
Now, what team could be calling?
I don't know.
What team would call?
Who needs a tight end? Niners? But I think they like their guys.
No,
right
they
now.
like their guys. They're fine. I mean, it's just showcased yesterday. They're fine. Titans, maybe.
I could see the Titans.
The Broncos, if they want to have double tight end sets with Ingram and Muth, if they want to incorporate that.
Perhaps.
Who else is out there, man? Like,
Do the
do the Giants?
Do the Rams need one?
The Giants?
I don't know.
Who's the Giants starting tight end? Is it Theo Johnson?
Who?
Couldn't tell you.
Who?
The Panthers.
Oh, what do the Giants offer?
What about the Panthers? You know, we talked about Leggett.
Give us Scatterboo. I'm dead serious. I want Scatterboo.
That's not happening.
I need that Scatterboo.
Why not the Panthers? Who the hell's the Panthers tight end?
What do y'all think about week 6? I feel pretty confident versus the Browns. I don't want to underestimate them because the Browns, you know, I think we split with them, the last 2 years?
Dog, the Panthers have no tight end. As soon as Jalen Coker comes back from IR, you could trade Muth to the Panthers and get Xavier Leggett. Take a chance on that.
Get Leggett in the 4th, and I'm happy.
You could probably be able to get that.
I'd be happy with that.
Why the hell not?
It's not a bad idea, actually. Muth grew up a Patriots fan. Okay.
Oh, they're already loaded with tight end, so they're fine.
Yeah, Roman absolutely has potential. They just need to give him the reps. Roman has potential. We are dropping the ball with him. It'd be a shame to have Smith or a Smith to our AJ, which is DK.
Yes.
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 Well,
Totally get it.
Yeah, he's saying Devontae Smith to our DK, or to our AJ Brown, which is DK. Which, yeah, I think I see the similarities there. I absolutely do, and we're not using Roman, and I feel like this is the perfect time to use him. Calvin's hurt. He's not as hurt as it was reported, but still use him. He's gonna need reps. He's gonna have to see time over Calvin until he's 100% again, right? That's what I would assume.
I mean, you're not gonna get. How are you supposed to know what you have in a guy you drafted if you don't play him? Again,
Right?
like, come on,
That's
man.
what I'm saying. We haven't swept the Browns since Ben retired. Really? It's been that long?
Yeah, he's right. Yeah. Every year we split with the Browns.
Oh my God. Ben was really the owner.
Yes, of course. He still is. He still is. Are you kidding me? If it's not Ben, it's Watt. But yes, every year since Ben retired, we have split with the Browns.
No way.
Yeah. I remember that Thursday night game when Mitch started, we lost. We lost to Dorian Thompson-Robinson,
Yes, I remember that.
which was the game that got Canada fired. Then was the snow game with Jameis Winston. That Thursday night game last year. So, yes. This could be the year where we sweep the Browns. Could be.
I don't know, man. I don't want to underestimate nothing anymore.
Neither do I.
I don't underestimate nothing no more.
Neither do I, bro.
We need LEDs on the Mike Tomlin sign. I don't know, man.
I don't know how would that look on camera. I don't know.
I don't know either.
No.
Nah, I ain't gonna get it all sparkled up. That's gonna make people all upset. And we already got people upset over having it up there.
I still got my fears, bro.
I do too. I don't know, man. We're gonna see. Man. We're gonna enjoy the rest of the bye week. Hope you guys do the same. We're gonna call it a stream, y'all. We're gonna call it a stream. We've been live. How long have we been live? 2 hours?
Most. A little over.
About 2 1/4 hours, man. We appreciate y'all for hanging out with us on this Friday night. It is 12:32 a.m. over here. It is officially Saturday, the 4th. So
We got college football at noon.
yes, we do. I am excited. I will be watching, and it should be another exciting weekend of football. Sunday football should be interesting, too. I'll be able to catch the first couple drift of games. Otherwise, Sunday we'll be at a wedding. Shout out to my guy, Mason. He's getting married. He's tying the knot with the missus. Congrats to my guy, man.
Big time.
We'll be there Sunday. But you guys enjoy football, man. You guys enjoy the bye week, knowing we ain't got to worry about stressful Steelers football for one time, and then we got 13 straight to worry about.
The only thing I got to worry about is my fantasy, and I got 4 of them.
I got to remember to set mine because I tend to forget.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes, man. But we're going to call it a night. You guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the football that will be today, technically today, but Saturday, Sunday, and of course Monday. We even got Thursday night football next week, which should be entertaining. And then we return next Sunday in Heinz Field to face the Dylan Gabriel-led, most likely, Cleveland Browns.
Not underestimating them is just funny.
But I do feel confident about that, man. The Steelers won 2 straight. They're 3-1. And the fact that every division opponent that they have could lose their games this week, we could have a very fun weekend. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to jinx nothing, knock on wood, but I like where it's heading. And then we got the Browns. So Steelers got some momentum, man.
Yeah, we do.
They're looking good. They got to just ride it through. They got to come out and attack once they get back from the bye. Hope they're enjoying the bye. Hope you guys are as well. Have a good weekend. See you in the next one. Here we go, Steelers.
And you know what? Considering that we face the Browns after the bye week, I might do the outro in Shador style.
Oh, Jesus.
You ready? You got to do it with me. All right, guys. Yeah, we just did that.